I sleep too much, but I told you I had worked all day. And I drink too much, but I told you I was thirsty. And I lie through my teeth because I'm worn out in the first place. So please excuse my love for all these excuses. Love is a dangerous game, but not at all what I should play. I told you I'd stay with it, but so what? I forfeited anyway. Your questions stay the same, and my answer's still no different. Can't tell you why I'm late, but so what? You forget it anyway. I'm warm, but you grow colder. Well, I slow, but you go forward. I know that you feel cornered by all of my helpless excuses. Cause I sleep too much, but I told you I had worked all day. And I drink too much, but I told you I was thirsty. And I lie through my teeth because I'm worn out in the first place. So please excuse my love for all these excuses. It's been a burden on me, a burden on me. Well, how long can I stay busy doing things that you can't see? Going round and round, it makes me dizzy. I'm warm, but you grow colder. I slow, but you go forward. I know that you feel cornered by all of my helpless excuses. Well, all those empty promises, the ones that I can't keep, it makes no difference to me. It makes no difference to me. But don't think I'll be around when the water gets too deep. It makes no difference to me. It makes no difference to me. Cause I sleep too much, but I told you I worked all day. And I drink too much, but I told you I was thirsty. And I lie through my teeth because I'm worn out in the first place. So please excuse my love for all these excuses. I sleep too much, and I drink too much, and I lie through my teeth because all these excuses, love, well, all these excuses, love. gentle sign from above. Darling, I have to fly. Please don't
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the A-Gap Podcast. And now, your host, Colby.
Welcome back to another episode of the A-Gap Podcast. That's right. We're all in the same room together for the first time ever.
We've never been around each other ever.
No, never.
This
This
is first time.
It's good meeting
you guys.
We're online
It's
friends.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
It's good to meet you. Not so great to smell you, I would say, but hello.
Pleasure.
Oh, hello, sir. So, yeah, we're here. This is new to us, but it's going to be very fun. Feels like old times. Like, we used to all just sit around a mic, and Matt would be on Discord, and that's how we would do it.
That was the original OG.
Yeah.
With the three of us on one, then, of course, always been Skyping in, but...
2019?
2019.
Yeah.
3 years.
Cheers. Well, cheers to you,
Yeah.
chat.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Welcome.
everybody.
Yeah.
Salute,
Cheers,
boys.
cheers,
Cheers.
Salud.
Well, fuck yeah. So, we're here. This is like, I'm kind of nervous. This is the first time I've been nervous. What do we do now? Doing a podcast. Yeah. What do we do now? Usually, how was your guys' weekend?
Well,
Oh, man.
I guess that's why
we
we're
did
all
something.
here.
Yeah.
We're at a wedding. So we're at our good friends Nick and Alexa. Congratulations.
congratulations.
On the wedding. Yes. Happy birthday, Nick and Alexa.
Happy birthday.
So we were all here for the wedding, and we said, fuck it, let's get together and do an episode together.
Look
and
at us.
it was a great wedding. We danced a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We
looked very sharp.
We looked all very sharp. We all
Mhm.
looked wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of us in suits. Matt was even stunning in his beautiful shades.
Thank you.
It was an
That
absolute
was
blast.
from across the way. Colby says he's got some good shit.
He's got some good shades. Look at the shades. Look at the shades on that guy. So yeah, it was a great time. What else did
Forced
we
to
do?
wedding. It was fun. It was like
Beautiful.
always a classic little reunion when you end up at the Memorial Hall for the reception.
Yep.
You know,
Amazing.
that was fun. We
I piggybacked off of the wedding and had a little birthday celly too.
Yeah,
So,
that's
right.
that was the best part. Was everybody's there, man. It's just classic small town wedding get together. It's always a little reunion. You see a bunch of boys you haven't seen in forever. So loved it.
It was great.
Loved it.
We went clubbing.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. I feel like I dodged a bullet, but yeah, go ahead. How was the mountain club?
It was a
Yeah.
great. That was probably my first like big night at the Mountain Club. Like I'd been there with you guys for like casual beers, but never spent like a majority of the night there. Just like doing a lot of drinking, playing darts, doing the whole thing, and it was an absolute blast.
Someone
Nice.
threw up on the bar top.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Somebody
a
threw
nice.
up.
It was a good club
And,
night.
well, and
Yeah.
you could tell they threw up on the bar and they just cleaned it up and it went back to normal and it was like, oh, this is the place we're at.
Yeah.
It was that, and then there was also they did a fake last call, which I've never seen before.
Oh,
But
yeah.
there was one guy who was like too fucked up, and so they did like a fake last call for him and his friends.
That's
And
awesome.
so then they left, and then I looked at Matt. Matt was like, let's get another round. I'm like, they just did last call. He's like, no. And he came back with like a handful of beers, and I was like, what the fuck? Fake last call? Like, what? It
Blew
was
your
fucking
mind, dude.
crazy.
Had
It
to
was
go to the
fucking
mountains
crazy.
to see a fake last call.
Yeah,
you know?
it was nuts.
Specialty.
It was cool. Phil Gank wants us to do a group hug.
Okay.
Let's do it. I'm down. I want to hug you boys. Don't knock the mic or the beer over, but...
Do our best.
Yay!
We did it.
All right, A-Gap on 3. 1, 2, 3. A-Gap!
Yeah,
We did it!
All gonna be promos.
Yeah,
There we go.
100%, yeah.
We're making it all
Clip
promos.
it, and ship it.
The first time we've done anything in sync with our audio.
Wait, you? No, hey, you? Yeah. A little different this time.
Yeah, the Sunday night and the Monday night is going to hit different
It's gonna be
tonight.
great.
It's going to hit way different.
Oh, yeah.
So
Maybe
we
just
are...
sing other songs too, because we're here.
We might just do a little A-Gap karaoke if it gets a
This
little
whole
crazy.
episode we're just gonna sing.
Exactly. We're on TV. Let's go, dude.
Absolutely, let's send it. We are here to talk about sports. The wedding was on a Sunday, so we watched kind of as much football as we could.
Yeah.
But obviously, as we were getting ready, most of us were groomsmen, and so we had NFL Red Zone up, so we were watching, but we had to get ready. But we still got recaps of games, we still got studs and duds, and we are going to still be doing the pick'ems later in the episode.
I think I want to confess just really quick. I never pulled out my phone while I was a part of the wedding. I never pulled it out while we were all hanging out with the guests. It was only once we sat down and we're at
the
our own
reception
table
for
at
dinner.
the reception for
Right.
dinner, and we tucked it away.
Well,
but then Nick did walk by and said, I knew someone was going to do it. I'm like, what are you going to do?
It didn't hurt that it was an Eagles game. Like, if
hard
it
to
was,
miss.
if they played at 1 o'clock, you wouldn't have been peeking at it in your pocket, but as soon as we walked off the altar, you would have been right
It
up
would
on
have
the
been
phone.
a lot more difficult,
Yes.
I should say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was nice. Got to see lots of it.
Fuck yeah. Alrighty, boys. Yeah, Failgank hot sauce. We are absolutely doing hot sauce. It will be the first time in person. So I feel like
I'll
there
watch it live.
might be a little more empathy, I think, from the
I
rest
think
of the
so.
group this time. Maybe you can
Who
tell by
knows
the
who's
body
gonna do
language
it?
there.
It's anyone's game. Who knows?
Yeah, it's anyone's game. It's a toss up
now. Yeah.
It's a toss up. But all right, let's get into studs and duds. I will start us off. So we have it up on the TV here. So if I'm looking up here, that's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna start us off with a guy that I have on my fantasy team who I was scared drafting, but has been very consistent. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill had 12 receptions, 177 yards. He did not get in the end zone, but he still got 32.7 full PPR points with no touchdowns.
Can we also
Incredible.
add Waddle to this too?
Yes.
Also just had a crazy day.
Oh,
And then the exclamation point on it is with backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's the thing is
Fucking
they are
shocking.
still getting open. They're still having massive production without Tua, and it's really cool to see that they're just that damn good.
But then they lost. But
They
they're
did.
actually-
They are
Yeah,
0-3
Yeah,
since Tua went
exactly.
Yeah.
So they're not
Fair.
winning,
Fair.
but the offensive output was nice to see.
Tua's back.
He's back against the Steelers.
He's so back.
You know what? I'm gonna pull up the game and see if I can do it up on the TV up here.
Speaking of that game, Trubisky, is he back?
I think he's back. I think Pickett got hurt,
Yeah.
but Trubisky, they might just do the hot hand because the Steelers found a way to beat who'd they beat? The Bucks?
That's why I'm getting the game
Yeah,
up.
they
There
beat
it
the
is.
Bucks.
Yep.
They beat the Bucks.
Yes.
They beat Tom Brady. That was Tom Brady yelling at his offensive line.
I took them.
You took him.
I took the Steelers. I told y'all.
You took 'em?
I did because again,
The balls
Tom
on this man.
Tom
Pretty
Brady.
dog.
No, Tom Brady tantrums are a real thing now. And what was it? Oh no, I'm sorry. That was after this game where he did. Did you guys read that? Where he went to
No.
Robert Kraft's wedding.
Yeah.
He got leave of absence and just got to leave and missed a walkthrough and that was for the game.
That was
Yeah,
before
he
this
missed a
game.
walkthrough.
Because I remember people were thinking maybe he was hung over or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he went a little ham at the wedding.
He also looked terrible at the wedding. If you saw the wedding pictures, it was like the cheeks were even sunk in more. He was extremely pale. It just looked
All right,
bad.
I
And
got
then
one more for you.
He had a new
Seth.
quote today too.
Chris
You go
Oh,
first.
that's what I want to talk
Yeah,
about.
go for it, go for
Yeah, he said that an NFL season is like a tour of duty, like a deployment. He literally compared the football season. Yeah.
Resident veteran John. Any
I
comments?
was gonna
Any
say,
comments?
on that, yeah.
what's your immediate reaction to that?
I mean, look. It's wear and tear on the body. I don't know that it's necessarily the same as combat. Just having had to walk around Afghanistan myself, but it's an interesting comment to make, and it's just one that I know that the military community, will probably just be like, "Hey, man,
Watch it.
dial it back a little
Yeah.
bit there, bud. You're America's hero, but not that much, okay?"
Self-awareness feels pretty low. Let's just say.
Maybe
That's the most
he
successful
means
quarterback ever.
he's deploying for a war with his wife every season.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's what he said. He
He's
said it was like being away from his family
That's
for so
okay.
long, and he's like,
That's maybe
he's like,
the quote.
he finds it hard to focus on family and focus on life outside of football during the season. So it feels like a deployment where he's away from his family for so much time.
That sounds a lot better than
Yeah,
I was gonna
football
be
is war.
yeah.
I had only heard about the quote literally right before I came over this way, so I haven't
See any
digested
reaction.
it in
Yeah.
any way. It's a guy just making a comment. He's away from his family. He's it sucks, man. But I don't know. Once you start to look at why were you at a wedding before a walkthrough you're glancing over this game. Your team hasn't looked that great on offense, and you're still just running over it. So I don't know.
Failgang nailed it though. I chose not to retire because of ego. Man, I miss my family.
Yeah, yikes.
Yeah, it's so true though.
Salute our troop, Tom Brady.
All right, that was very good.
That's good. Yeah, stick with us, chat. We have
Yeah,
to look in different
Tom
places
Brady
to read
just
everything.
looking for the
Fucking great.
maniac that made him play football this year.
Who's the
Spider-Man
monster?
meme, Spider-Man meme, dude. Yeah. Which son of a bitch made me unretire?
So yeah, tough. I don't know. Tough day
What's
for
our
the
rest of
Bucks.
season outlook for Tom Brady and the Bucks right now? Like how unconfident are we now going forward after
We get a
losing?
schedule check.
Yeah, let's do the
Pull it
schedule
up,
check.
Pulling it up right now.
I love this.
Bucks
I don't
schedule.
know.
Jamie?
I love that we can just do this.
All right, isn't it nice all being in the same room together?
So they
All right.
play Panthers next week.
That's gonna be an A-gap sweep for sure. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ravens. That'll
Ravens.
be test.
I think that's a loss.
I think they're gonna
Yeah.
lose that game.
Yeah.
I think so too. Rams could go either way. Rams
Ooh,
haven't
I
looked
bet.
great.
Hell.
That's the ultimate two teams that look good last year who
Yeah.
look like shit this year.
Yep.
Bowl, you know.
Seahawks, they'll probably get the dub.
No, Hawks are gonna take.
Hawks
it.
are looking pretty good.
Oh.
Ooh, it's in London.
And then-
oh no, that's the Germany game.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
Oh yeah,
it's the
6:30
first
a.m.
Germany game ever.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So he's actually going to a war-torn country.
Munich. Yeah, not war torn anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Maybe some
There's
pieces
a
still.
movie about it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a few.
A couple. Yeah.
So they got that, then they have the Browns. I don't think Deshaun will be back for that.
No,
Game.
no,
Not yet.
Until
He'll be
December.
back. Yeah. And then they have the Saints, which Saints
Saints
don't look terrible.
Saints play Tom Brady really well always, right?
True.
And especially if they're reeling, and if Jameis is back,
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah,
favorite
right, yeah.
Saints quarterback. And then the Bucks. I think
And they have the Niners.
we'll
That's
see
an
where
L.
the Niners
That's an
offense
L.
is at.
You know
but
That's an L.
That's
You
an
know
L.
that's
That's
an
an
L.
L.
The Niners defense should demolish a depleted offensive line like that. Should be.
Yeah.
All right. Then they have
Bengals?
Bengals.
That could
Bengals
be a
are
loss.
so back.
Could be an L. Cardinals. They'll get the dub there.
That's on Christmas Day,
Then Panthers
Christmas
again.
night.
Once again, he'll be happy to be away from his family.
Oh, don't worry.
Panthers.
He also won't be there for New Year's. January 1st, he plays 10 a.m.
Yeah. Fuck.
No holidays. What's
No
his
Christmas in the Brady
Thanksgiving?
family.
What's he? Oh, he's actually gonna be home for Thanksgiving. He's probably bummed about it.
Yeah. He's
Probably pissed.
he doesn't even eat turkey, probably.
Fucking young lung. Today I learned Germany's still a war-torn country.
Yeah, dude. Things you learn when we all get together. All right, Tom, who do you got for
A stud? Let's see here. Should we do it? Let's talk. No. Matt Ryan threw 58 times and found a way to win the game this week.
Fuck yeah.
He put the team on his back and more appropriately the team on his arm because it was the most completions by a Colts quarterback ever. And fucking Peyton Manning was on that team, right?
Yeah.
So pretty impressive. It felt like he definitely had to will his way for this team to win. So big stud in Matt Ryan finding a way to win.
Didn't he throw like 37 times in the second half or something?
Yeah, it's something. It was 58 overall, almost
Yeah.
60 throws, and it was like 41 completions, 42 completions, something like that.
42 for 389 and 3 tuds.
Yeah,
line right
wow,
there,
that's a
baby.
line, dude.
Quick math. What's the percentage on that? That's pretty good.
Jamie?
Good. Yeah.
70 something.
70 something.
Final
42 divided by
prognosis. Pretty
58.
good.
Oh, that's not it.
Chat, what is it?
We're bad at math. Here we go.
Yeah, 72-4.
72-4.
Dang.
Not too
Michael Pittman
shabby.
got fed.
Dude, super fed, man. And
Not
it was
shabby
like,
at
but
all.
every time it was like 10 yards catch, 10 yards catch. I
Yeah,
was
10.
watching it intently.
Yeah.
But
But then
death
you see
from
some-
1,000 cuts.
You
know?
see some classics though, like that one where he stood in the pocket, got hit, delivered a dime for a tud. That's vintage. That's why you signed the guy.
And we all kind of thought, we all knew going into the season that Matt Ryan, he's a borderline Hall of Fame quarterback,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'd say absolutely, right? But then he's played so poorly that at least I kind of forgot, maybe, and the Colts look bad. But I think this is the kind of Matt Ryan who maybe is starting to get it all figured out and finding out who he can throw to and which things he can switch to and which plays he likes. You know, just like, to be honest, all these quarterbacks that switched this year, it
Yeah.
takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
And maybe it took till week 6 for Matt Ryan to find some comfort with the Colts.
I think, like you said, you're just looking at a veteran and you assume that he's going to come into the locker room and just be able to pick it up and it's going to work the way that they had intended it to go, and that's just not the case. You have to develop these relationships with these new guys. But you get stuff like this. 389, he spread the ball around to everybody. It seemed like he was very comfortable with the offense. I don't know. They hung their hat also on that their defense was supposed to be a lot better than what it's performing at.
100%.
And
Their
so,
offensive line is supposed to be better than
A
what's
lot better
performing
than
at
what-
and protecting
so-
him more, yeah.
So it maybe at the start a little underwhelming, but definitely finding their stride now. Jacksonville's not somebody that you turn your nose up at. That we've seen that they play very good ball. Their offense can click, and they found good opportunities all day. They had some
It was a good
really
game.
productive plays.
Yeah. Did you
And
take
so-
Jacksonville?
I did.
I took
did-
Colts.
No,
I believe I took the
Colts. I
Colts.
believe.
Yeah.
So I'm the idiot. Okay.
Yeah, I think yeah. I
We're
think
trying
that was
to
a
break it down
differentiator.
piece by
Yeah,
piece.
yeah,
What
yeah.
the mistakes were made.
Yeah. Chet,
So we
you
can
look
learn.
at another honorable mention, I would say, for the Colts, Deion Jackson filling in 10 receptions, 79 yards, 12 carries, 42 yards, and a tutty. Great spot start if you picked him up.
It's
in
like,
fantasy.
I don't have time and we don't, but did Jonathan Taylor ever put up a stat line like that last year in his fucking incredible season?
Not with receptions.
Not like
but
that.
he would run the
Yeah.
fuck out of the ball is what he would do.
Well, I hope that Matt Ryan's like, oh, fuck, like, this is the move. Like, the running back out of the backfield. In theory, Naeem Hines is supposed to be that.
Yeah.
In theory,
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor is supposed to be the better runner.
Right.
But then this rando did even better. So I think hopefully it's Matt Ryan starting to figure it out. As a
Hopefully.
guy with a lot of Pittman shares, I really hope this is good signs going forward.
Yeah, I mean, something to be said about what John was talking about. I mean, even any NFL team, even with the incumbent quarterback, it takes a lot of time. They don't play preseason anymore. It takes a long time to get gelling. But is Matt Ryan a Hall of Famer? Like, does he have to do like something?
Anything else anymore?
Because he's got one like thing to hang his hat on. That's an MVP.
Got
he doesn't
one.
have a bowl.
He went to one.
Fuck.
He went to one.
I still feel well, and it's also one of. I know he lost it, but it was one of the most memorable Super Bowls in the history
Yes.
of the NFL.
Yep.
By a mile,
Yep.
always will be.
Yeah.
Offensive MVP.
It depends on the year he retires.
Yeah.
I think he'll eventually get it.
I think
I would lean
yeah.
towards he's in.
I feel like if you just have that long of a career as a quarterback and show decent production even in
He
the
was
regular
good.
season,
Yeah.
you're gonna get into the Hall.
And he threw
Nowadays.
to Julio right. He had all
Yeah.
those years, and that was
Yeah.
hyper productive. So I bet his career numbers are pretty high up there.
Yeah.
So I would say he's gonna make it. Probably.
I hope so. I want him to.
Phil Rivers.
I think he should make it, but maybe
I
I'm
think they
the.
both should.
Maybe that's the
He's
problem.
got no
I'm the guy
hardware.
he's got zero hardware.
Yeah.
These are just guys that we
Losing-
grew up with.
losing
That good,
quarterbacks.
yeah.
It's-
I
it's-
was
yeah,
literally going to
it's-
say, it's just these are my generation guys,
Yeah.
where it was
Yeah.
like we grew up watching them
Yeah.
play ball, and so it's like, well, yeah, of course he played some of the best ball while we were watching and growing up through it. So I'm interested in seeing the career numbers, but I mean I feel like he's done some pretty good stuff. I mean, like
he
you said,
deserves.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's always in the
Can
conversation.
you, Jamie?
Yeah.
I want to see career numbers, but also just from my recollection, there are some people that are worse than that. Some quarterbacks worse than that in the Hall.
Well, Eli will be a worse quarterback
In
if
the
he
Hall,
gets in,
for sure,
'cause He has
100%.
2 rings.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're looking total career completion percentage 65%,
Yeah.
61,500 yards, 375 touchdowns, 177 interceptions, a 94 rating overall for his career.
That's
It's
really
awesome.
fucking good.
Yeah.
That's incredible
crazy.
stats.
Yeah.
Over how many years too? Look at that.
Over
shit,
since
dude.
2008.
Look at that 2016 season. 117.
And over 14 years.
38
That's
and
including
7
this
that
year as
year.
well. Phil Gang says no. Phil Gang says he shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. Interesting. Why?
I think the hardware gets him in.
The MVP.
He's 70%.
MVP,
Had about
yeah.
5,000 yards a year, 35 tutties, 7 picks.
Yeah, wow.
Or
That
am
was
I
a-
looking?
That year. No, and then
Oh,
this year.
No,
too.
that's
Oh,
I
2
wouldn't
years
try-
of 7 picks.
yeah.
38 touchdowns, 7 picks.
Yeah, even better. So yeah, he's had some solid seasons.
Yeah.
I would say he's in for me. I feel like he is
I'll
good
put that
enough.
on. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, he's good enough.
Those are Kyle Shanahan years, boys.
Yeah, no big deal.
100%.
NBD. Yeah, I think he's in. All right, let's move on.
I know then.
Matt, who you got for a stud?
I got Joey Burr.
Brr.
Yeah, let's see. That was awesome.
Sounded better when you wrote it.
No, the little simul Burr.
Oh, yeah.
Burr.
So they lined up in shotgun, I think like 52 of 54 offensive plays, and all of a sudden
Wow.
Joey Burrow went off. They did the
Crazy.
old Joe Brady offense at LSU, 75% completion
Does he have
percentage.
success in that offense?
Apparently,
Yeah.
I heard he had a pretty good surrounding cast that year, but I don't know.
yeah.
Got one of them now.
Exactly, yeah, at least.
Yeah, 300 yards to the air, 3 tutties, no picks. He had 25 on the ground, so he's moving a little bit now. Had a rushing touchdown.
How many sacks? Does it show that? How many times?
I don't
Yeah, how many
it's hard
times
to
he gets
see.
sacked?
I think that's good. Because that's always litmus test for him, right?
Side and look at how many sacks they had.
That's a good call. No.
Zero, 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 zero,
No.
zero. There's
That's
no way.
picks.
They didn't give up.
Oh, wait, no. 1 sack. I see 1, 2, so 3.
Oh, yeah.
3 sacks?
3 sacks.
That's
Yep,
fucking
3.
nothing for our boy
That's
Joey
not bad.
Burrow, dude.
Yeah,
That's because he
good,
started
right?
running away
Yeah.
from them.
Exactly.
And rather than
Seven
taking the sack, he ran away and got a few rushing yards.
So now, yeah, they just got to line up out of the gun every time, and they'll win games, I guess.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Especially,
I'll go for it.
he's just shuddering, too, with the... Like, he's so afraid. We saw that clip where he went like this. Did you see that at the press conference? Or someone
Yeah.
closed the door?
Oh, he got scared.
No,
someone
coughed.
Someone
He was
coughed,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. The man, give him 5 yards away from
Yeah.
that line,
Yeah.
right? Give him a little space, and then he can perform like this.
I just saw Connor's Warriors in the chat. That's why I was fucking
Oh, let's
pumping
go.
it up. I'm fucking stoked.
Warriors.
Warriors.
It is NBA season. We will definitely be getting to that. Maybe not tonight, but very soon. This Bengals Saints game was a lot closer than I expected.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I said Hammer -3.5, I took it, and I was sweating the whole game. And they ended up scoring, I think, with like 3 minutes left on the clock. And I thought the Saints were going to go down and score a touchdown. It was scary. So definitely sweated out.
They covered.
They covered. Yeah, they covered
yeah.
by 4, and it was perfect. But it was definitely one to sweat out. So.
That is the most Andy Dalton line ever. 17 of 32 for 162.
And also, where's Taysom Hill at, dude? Of course.
here.
Who? Raise your hand if you spent fab on that guy this last week.
I got him in 2 leagues.
Can't stand him.
But
Just one.
he might start next week as a quarterback. That's the
No.
rumor right now.
Is that really?
There's
Is
a
it
rumor
real?
on Twitter. People are like, imagine if Dalton and Jamie's both sit next week and Taysom Hill has to start.
Well,
I guess there's already fantasy outlets that are saying they
They're gonna
would
switch it.
reclassify him as a quarterback.
well.
But if you got him on
I got
your
Wentz
league,
in the league that I have him, and Wentz is out 4 to 6 weeks, and I'm like struggling on how to figure that out.
there you go.
Man, the value.
Wentz is out 4 to 6 weeks. I must have missed
Yeah,
that. In the wedding.
broke his
Oh
hand.
shit.
Taylor Heineke show again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the rookie that they Sam Howell.
Sam Howell.
Sam Howell. Yeah.
I'd like to see Sam Howell.
I think if they're smart, if Ron Rivera gets fired in 2 games, we'll see Sam Howell. You know.
All right, John, who you got first, stud?
I'm actually going to give both of mine real quick because the first one, real feel good, just gritty football story. This is Dustin Hopkins, kicker for the LA Chargers. So on the first PAT of the game, he re-aggravated a hamstring injury that he had to sit out week 5 for. Then just proceeds to go 4 of 4, including the go-ahead field goal to win the game. So feel good story. Dustin Hopkins, you can see it on the very last field goal. He can't even stand up. He kicks it and immediately drops to the ground, and then gets surrounded by the Chargers, who the special teams picks him up and carries him off the field. So
I'm pretty sure this was a meme, but he didn't get carried onto the field to make the kick, right?
No.
Somebody, I saw that and like, I was like, this is not the.
He was,
but that's pretty funny. I'll wheel him out there.
he was, he said a lot of pain. Definitely knew that he had re-aggravated it, but didn't want to come out. And proceeds to go 4-4. Justin Herbert did a great job getting him close and giving him an opportunity at least, but. I don't know how much time you want to spend on Chargers Broncos because
I had something to say, but you go for it.
Okay, I was gonna say, but guess who almost lost him the game?
Yeah,
Brandon
exactly.
Staley.
Exactly.
Classic.
That's
Yeah,
what I was gonna
it
say.
rolls
In the booth, so it's like a 4th and 2. It would have been like a 30-something yard field goal, and then the broadcast booth, Joe and Troy were like, "Well, let's keep in mind Hopkins is hurt." Then Hopkins comes out and boots 2 more later, so it's like I think it was just a
Not that
dumb
hard.
Brandon
Yeah.
Staley decision.
Yep.
I don't think he was
it
afraid
the 2
to
worst
kick it.
coaches in the NFL going against each other last night?
Arguably, that was
Yeah.
kind of that's what the storyline we said last week was going to
Yeah.
be 2 great coaches going against each other. So
Yikes. Yeah. Staley's bad.
also Broncos kind of just fucked themselves
AFC
over with the
West.
punt.
Terrible coaching besides Andy.
All right.
Yeah.
We all
That's
thought,
the thing. We all thought AFC West was like
Yeah.
stacked.
We've spent at least 3 hours of our life talking about how good that division is.
Yes.
But so did everybody.
Turns out it's the coaches. It's the coach's fault.
Turns out the NFC East was actually the division that was the best.
Yeah,
in football.
I guess so.
Turns out.
I guess so.
Weird. Yeah.
Who'd have thunk? The
You
NFC
know?
Beast.
That's why they play that game.
I wish like Kevin O'Connell had gone to the Chargers or something.
Yeah.
That's what Herbert deserves. He needs a
Exactly.
good offensive coach next year.
Young Lung said, Dustin Hopkins is a baby. At least he thoroughly praised God in the post game.
I was,
Which, did you
I
guys
was
see that?
should I
No.
bring it up? It was weird. It was a little much. But
Was
it
it weird?
They asked him a question. It was like a really in-depth question. He was like, well, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And it was like,
How hard is that? to
all
pull up on
right.
here?
I could probably pull it up.
I wanna
Let me
watch.
try and track it down.
It was kind of a quirky little interview. He's like very thoughtful. Seems like a very, very nice guy. I was happy.
Was he
for
just
him.
like too into Jesus, or
that part was?
or is Jesus too into him?
Who knows?
I mean, he just went 4 for 4 after destroying
Yeah,
his
that's
hamstring
true.
again, so.
Jesus has a pretty good
Thank
leg.
you, Lord, on 3. He said that in the locker room. All right, this might
he
echo,
did
so
not.
stand by. We're gonna give this a ride.
Oh boy.
Oh.
That's definitely.
You know, said it since training camp. You can say a lot of things, but you got to do things. All right? You say you want to be a tough and rugged team. You got to win tough and rugged. And that's what tonight was. I could go through the list. Corey's not here. All right? Will gets hurt. Brendan goes in. Okay? We got our kick. That's what family does right there.
Yes,
We stay
sir.
together. All right? Hey, thank you, Lord, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
It's not as bad as I thought.
No.
That's not the clip I saw, but I didn't know that he broke down the huddle with it as well. That's, hey, you know what? You're a God guy.
You're a
You're a
God
God
guy, no
guy,
big deal.
I guess, right?
And
I was gonna say we're not gonna sit here and just. I mean, it's all over, and people, it's.
Staley looks
Again,
a little.
look, he went out there and had a great game, and
Say whatever he wants.
Exactly. He's no harm, no foul.
Nick Vasquez said, please apologize to Staley. He put the team on his back. That's how we started this conversation. We were giving him praise, and he gave his praise to the Lord. So,
I thought he's very cerebral. They're like, how far could you kick? He's like, I'm not going to just sit here and say I could have kicked it from anywhere. But, it was whatever. It was like, if it was 22 yards or 55 yards, it would have hurt. So I was just going to go out there, boot it, and see what happened. I was like, it's kind of cool.
yeah,
But
it was a gritty ass performance. And
it was not as good as Justin Tucker's post-game interview after his last game winner, because that was just electric. But
He's an electric person.
Yeah,
every kicker wants to be Justin Tucker.
He should
if
be
we're
the
being
president after.
the good snap laces out, that
I'd
point the
vote
ball
for
just
Justin
kicks
Tucker as
itself.
president. Yeah, 100%.
So that was. I just wanted to go from a game that nobody really wanted to talk about because
Cool.
I'm so tired of the Broncos in prime time into
That's
a
right.
team that is a fucking wagon right now, and that's the fucking Jets, Jets, bro.
Are we
Their
a Jets
defense.
podcast? We did this
We
last
might
week.
be.
Listen, after I tell you about these defensive stats, you might be a Jets fan because these guys are absolute dogs on that side of the ball. The Jets, again, playmakers all over the field. Last 2 weeks, they've been insane. Dolphins, 17 points. Green Bay Packers, 10 points. They're holding these explosive, supposed to top-tier quarterback, explosive offense with the Dolphins, and they're getting to the quarterback. C.J. Mosley, I said it last week. I'll say it again this week. This dude is probably one of the best linebackers in the game.
Oh, yeah.
He is absolutely all over the field. Him and Quincy Williams, I'm sorry, 25 tackles. 25 combined tackles. A.J. Dillon was bottled up, 10 carries, 49 yards. Aaron Jones, 9 carries, 19 yards. They had the run game stuffed, man. And then I think everybody's favorite player right now should be Sauce Gardner.
Can we get Jets schedule?
Yeah,
That's a
we
good
will
Jets.
Jets.
I think everybody's favorite player right now should be Sauce Gardner. The dude is all over the field, and these are the crazy stats. QBs, when targeting Gardner, they have a 52.4 passer rating. Out of 45 defensive snaps, Gardner was only targeted in this game 6 times, 1 catch, 8 yards.
Wow.
He had pass
Aaron was
breakups.
scared.
He
Yeah.
has a great pass breakup against Lazard, where he, from behind, punches
Saw
ball.
that shit.
Just it's absolute textbook.
Insane.
It's something you show your team. Like you show the young kids that this is how you do it. And then for me, wearing the cheese head at the end of the game.
Oh,
and
Tell that
Dallas
story.
Lawrence.
Yeah, tell that story.
I don't know how it goes. I know that I saw the video. He has the cheese head on after the game.
I'll take one.
And he's running back towards the locker room. And then I think it was actually Lazard who comes up and flips the
Lazard
cheese
was,
head
yeah.
off of him. But
So
bro,
yeah, the ball's on a man to walk through Lambeau after beating the Packers, right? He's got to be so confident.
Oh, yeah.
Throws that cheese head on, starts walking around the fucking stadium, dude.
that's Aaron fucking Rodgers on the other
Yeah.
side of the ball. The
And
guy
it's the
wouldn't
most
even look your
historic
way.
franchise in the NFL. Like it's.
Well, this kid's about to be the best corner in football, if he's not already.
and you guys heard the thing,
And
right?
so he's got to play that antagonist role.
Oh, he's got to. No longer Revis Islands. You're now lost in the sauce.
Ooh.
I love that.
Yep. He's lost in the
Dude,
Johnson
sign me
Jefferson
up.
lost in the sauce. Lazard lost in the sauce.
I forget who it was for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Somebody picked Sauce, and
Me and Connor did.
I'm telling you, that's one of the best picks.
Probably would.
Bro.
Feels like it right now.
He's locked down. And you're a rookie and quarterback. You've played good quarterbacks. You've played good teams,
so.
and they don't target you for a very specific reason. You're a lockdown guy. You're a guy who's not going to give it. And you watch him. He doesn't give anybody any breathing room. He just has such good awareness as to where the ball is going to be. Oh, that's crisp.
Cheers.
In unison.
It's one thing we don't really get to hear
That's
too
crisp,
often
right?
when we're together.
Hey.
Cheers. Salud.
Not sponsored by Coors Light.
Salud. Not yet.
Not yet. Any day now, maybe.
But I'm telling you, man, Sauce Gardner, such a fun person to watch. And again, C.J. Mosley, probably the best linebacker in the league right now. Offense on the Jets side, they got to start hotter. It's,
Can we talk about that Zach Wilson throw that was a terrible throw but looked super sick?
Oh, yeah.
fucking diving. So he was like on the sideline, and he went and dived out of the playfield and threw it back across his body. It's a terrible idea. Defender like dropped an obvious interception, but it looked fucking sick.
If he took just a
Very cool.
picture
Really see
of
the
that,
athleticism, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For what people can, for the disappointment that maybe Zach Wilson is giving some Jets fans, man, are you so stoked on Breece Hall yet?
He looks
Oh,
so
I love
good.
him. I love him. I've been waiting for him. Like I said last week, I was like waiting for the production to come. He is here now. And it's like their offense looks so much better with him as the primary back, and with Zach Wilson being back, they're starting to fire on a lot of cylinders. And that defense keeps locking teams down. Like we said, they might be a wagon.
I've heard of teams in the past having a very good defense, a strong run game, and a spunky quarterback. You know,
Yeah.
like that's enough to get far.
And they used to have Robert Saleh as a coach as well. So yeah, tends to work out.
And they got some great pass catchers too, and Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson, who don't really get involved a ton, but if
Elijah
you need
Moore
them
got
to,
pissed about that after the game. He's like the only one that was mad.
I want to see those guys get more targets too.
Elijah Moore, week 5, 1 catch. Week 6, 0 catches. I don't think he even got targeted.
Yikes.
But so now
But
also
Flacco was there.
Now,
and
hold
now
on,
he's
though.
not. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Wilson only throws the ball 18 times.
Yeah. It's
Completes
like Justin
it 10
Fields.
times.
It's like Justin
So-
Fields. What are you gonna do?
But that's what I'm saying. You have Breece Hall. He racked up like 120 yards.
Well, they dominated this game. It's the Jimmy G play. It's like, why
True.
would we have them throw it that much if we're running the ball and playing
it's
great
working.
defense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no reason to put him in that position.
Absolutely.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah,
Played your
Breece Hall.
strengths.
20 carries, 116 yards, tutty. Then also got some work out of the back.
Right,
And
put
of
your
course,
boner
like we
away,
all want to
Kobe.
like.
Receiving as
I think
well.
we all want to see more from Zach, but like, do you really
Give it time.
need to? If
It
you're
feels
playing like this, you don't.
It's like Jalen Hurts last year.
Yeah.
We didn't want to. The game plan was around what he's good at. They didn't want to put him in positions to fail. They wanted to put him in positions to succeed, and they didn't ask him to do too much.
Yep.
So I think that's kind of the
exactly
move.
it.
Yep.
Hey, shout out to Nick over on YouTube. Yeah, if you guys are on YouTube, hit the like button. It helps us out. We appreciate
So much.
it.
Follow us. Follow us.
Do it, yeah.
subscribe.
Follow us, subscribe, all that stuff. Twitter. Hit us up on subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get our AGAP URL so you guys don't have to keep typing in Tom time. So yeah.
And if
Follow
we
us.
happen to have a small business out there listening, you literally could pay us $20 and we'll slap your logo on whatever you want. Anything.
We'll get it
All right,
tattooed.
guys.
on
Yeah,
us.
exactly.
We are
Anything.
We are corporate shills.
Exactly.
Do you guys want to run through the Jet schedule or no?
Yeah.
All right,
Real
so,
quick.
So they have the
Let's
Broncos.
go. Let's all go. Let's all just say if we think it's gonna be a win or a loss, and we'll go.
All right, raise your hand if you think it's going to be a win.
Against
Broncos.
That's a win, Jets.
Patriots.
Dub.
Bills.
No.
Patriots again
Dub.
at home. I'll
Dub.
split those. I'll split those.
Yeah, I think there's no way they win both.
Bears.
Dub.
Bears. That's a dub for
Vikings.
Dude,
at
that could be a
home.
dub.
Vikings at home though.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Skull.
Skull.
Nope, I'm taking Jets.
Bills
Taking
in
Jets
Buffalo.
there, alright.
Bills in Buffalo.
No way.
No. Lions.
And
Dub.
That's a dub.
Jags.
Dub.
Seahawks.
I say
Dub.
Dolphins.
I say
Nope.
they get it.
Not with Tua healthy
Things
end of the
up.
season. Especially this game might mean so fucking much.
Yeah.
January 8th.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
week 17 matchup that matters.
Oh, Kevin.
Somebody better get a Sharpie
Kevin
out.
in the chat said, "I'll give 15 subs to slap my name on Tom's forehead." I will write Kevin's name on your forehead if
I
he
have
gives 15
I have a
subs.
meeting tomorrow in person.
Oh no, yeah, probably not. All right, he's got an early meeting in the morning. So next episode. All right, let's move on. Matt, or no, back to me. I think right. Yeah. All right, my second stud is Bailey Zappi. Dude has been.
Zap or Zappy? Do we figure it out?
I think it's Zappy.
Zappy.
It's Zappy. That's what they say on the
Alright.
broadcast. They say Zappy on the broadcast on the show. So Zappy went. Did we just create his
Adam
his
Sandler's favorite
nickname?
player.
Yeah. Also, it's Halloween. Watch Hubie Halloween, best Halloween movie ever created.
Super underrated.
Oh yeah, Bailey Zappi went 24-34, 308 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Like,
If you just put,
do
I need
you?
guys to-
If you're a
yeah,
Patriots
go for
fan,
it.
do you want
Exactly.
Mac back?
No.
No.
If it's working well,
Did you hear that there's tension?
really.
Yeah, go ahead,
With
John.
the team?
Well, no, I was going to say what Matt said. Essentially, there was a report that came out that the locker room is kind of happy that Zappy's coming in and doing so well because Mac needed to be humbled. He's
Yeah.
a little bit cocky, a little bit too big.
Not
for
that
his
guy. Have you
britches
seen
right
that guy?
now.
He looks so humble. He doesn't look like a cocky asshole at all.
I mean,
Have you seen him walk?
so that is a great question though. Is like, do you want
Well,
Mac back?
and think about Patriots fans too. A low drafted QB comes in relief. They've heard this story before.
Yeah.
Who do you think they want to keep?
He's
Probably
not
true.
wrong.
Yeah, I mean they're not that different. Like they don't look that much different.
No, I mean, no.
Yeah, I don't know.
Generic white
you
dude,
do have
copy
to.
paste.
It feels like you have to give Mac a little bit of runtime because you spent a first-round pick on him.
You do.
But I mean, Patriots have thought like Stiddy was going to be the next guy.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if that guy's in the league anymore.
Back up somewhere, but yeah.
And the Patriots are also an organization, like on the contrary, that they don't care where you got drafted. They'll move on.
100%.
They'll,
Bill
trade,
Belichick.
they'll trade you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and they probably listen to too many podcasts with Patriots fans, but whatever. If you're a franchise that ends up finding your starting QB and your first round QB that still has potential value, great, you got two and you move one.
Yeah.
You definitely absolutely need to move one because then it's going to be a problem. But if they finish the season with Zappy and fucking McCorkle's still on the bench, then yeah, why not?
Zappy has a great game. Can't take anything away from Stevenson either. I mean, he gets
He's
2
an
tuds in
incredible
the
game.
game.
He's the guy.
You know what I mean?
Andre Ice
the
Cold
guy.
3000.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, he had a great game. He
What a
was
value.
But back to Mac really quick.
Oh yeah.
It seems like based off of play alone, like I would still think Mac would get a shot. But if he's pissed at the organization or they're pissed at him, like you'll never see the light of day again if you fumble for Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't know.
Did you guys see that?
Something to keep an eye on.
Did you see the punt returner that tried to bring Belichick the ball?
Yeah, so funny.
he recovered a muff punt and he went up to Belichick and was like, "Here you go, coach. You can have the ball." And Belichick was like
Get the
kind of
fuck
grabbed it and then just pushed it away. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like,
That man was
this
never
isn't
seen
high
again.
school."
Yeah,
dude."
exactly.
Yeah,
He whispers in the ear of an assistant coach. He goes in the locker room.
Oh fuck.
Also,
So, yeah,
just
for
really
season.
quick, I've looked at a couple lists of like the best Halloween movies of all time. I don't see Hubie Halloween on any of them.
that's blasphemy.
Those must be old lists.
They're,
because it's
they're
a new
probably
movie.
old lists.
They have
yeah.
to be old. It's so great that it's almost understood that it doesn't need to be on the list.
Yeah,
It's in its own
I
tier.
think it's too new. It's like it flopped in
Yeah.
the box office kind of thing, but it becomes a cult classic later.
It was incredible. It's
You,
incredible.
Are we Halloween Town fans?
What's the most electric
Are we
thing
Nightmare?
about Hubie Halloween?
The mom's shirts by a mile. Those shirts are
Go on.
incredible. She
Damn.
just has shirts that just say like stupid shit like "Look out, large loads coming through."
She has, like, a
with
big dog
CUMMING. Yes, they're like all like joke shirts where it's like you, me, in a Motel 6. Like they're just like lewd, crude shirts on this like 65-year-old obese woman, and they're fucking hilarious.
Is she played by Adam Sandler as well?
No, I
No.
wish. No, he can only do
It's
so
unfortunate.
much.
Why did I think he went full Nutty Professor in that? That's Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he just plays Huey in that. and
Another
it's-
cinematic classic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
but it's also the reuniting of him and the girl from Happy Gilmore.
I like Steve Buscemi in that movie. a
Oh,
lot.
Buscemi's great
He's
in
so
that
funny.
movie. The werewolf guy.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
They're the same people. Isn't he the werewolf guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it another try, Matt. If you haven't watched it in a
Just
while,
spoiler alert.
it's October. Go
It
for
is
it.
spooky season. Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. All right.
Is it scary?
I had a quick honorable
So
mention.
scary.
It's so spooky. I had a quick honorable mention. I know this one's gonna hurt a little bit.
Boo.
Marcus Mariota, Sco Ducks, get hurt that he had to do this against the
Do you
Niners.
feel your heart getting pulled in two
Yes.
directions?
Yes. I mean, obviously, it's like I
actively?
want him to do well, but not against my team. Like I root for the Niners. I root for Ducks in the league, but not when they're playing my team. So yeah,
My
Mariota
Ducks.
went
Like a
13
real
of
quandary
14,
there.
93% completion percentage, 129 yards, 2 tutties, 6 carries for 50 yards, and a tutty. So well done, Marcus. Wish you did it against another team.
And we all are in agreement, and maybe we should just have this discussion. Healthy Niners defense doesn't do this.
Hell no.
Probably not.
This team is not. They're good. I mean, they're exciting, right? They're frisky, but they're not. They're not this. They ran the fuck over the Niners.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. Their
Dude.
running game was just like out of nowhere without Cordell Patterson.
I watched them play the Browns. They did the same thing. They're
That's
physical,
their bit,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like all their running backs are like fullbacks. They're all
Yeah.
huge, and they just run the shit out of the ball. Marcus was pulling it and just could not throw the ball. Never touched the ground.
I mean,
He ran for
was
like
13
50
for
yards,
14
13 to
one.
14.
I mean, he probably threw it maybe 15 yards at maximum air yards. You know, like it was pretty small.
Like I
passing.
think, like yeah, it wouldn't have happened with the help of the Niners D, but they played pretty good, man. I thought the Falcons
We also
kind of have to tip your hat.
They
a
just
little
got
bit.
ahead. They got ahead
Yeah.
14-0, and we couldn't run the ball, and that's
Yeah.
our bread and butter. And then you have Jimmy throw 2
guys
picks,
did
and you're
come
just
back 14-0,
constantly
though.
climbing. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
made
But
it
then they literally shut us down in the second half. We did not score a single point in the second
This is
half.
my vibes were real like, oh, this is Eagles Jags right now. This is Jags got two quick touchdowns on the
Yep.
Eagles. Eagles tied it up, and then by the end of the first half, the Eagles kind of were showing they were the better team. I was expecting that, and then it
Yeah.
just Falcons just kept on hitting them, dude. The second half owned by the Falcons.
Also,
Like,
walk-in touchdown drop by Ray McLeod.
Yep.
Big gain drop by Charlie Warner. Another big gain to Brandon Ayuk, negated by a penalty.
Yep.
That ended up in a 3-and-out. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot. The part that pissed me off the most was Kyle Shanahan's clock management.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, you're down by 2 scores, and it took them 8 minutes to go 50 yards.
Holy shit.
And then that was the one where they didn't convert on that 4th and 2 where he threw it at Debo's feet.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like you just don't feel the urgency. Even in the first quarter, they're down a score. They just let the clock run out to end the quarter. And I don't know. I just don't really feel like any sense of urgency or hurry up, and they don't have that explosive downfield passing element. So they're kind of one of those teams where if they're down by multiple scores in the fourth quarter, they're kind of
it's gonna be
screwed.
tough. A lot of people after last week were like, "Oh, Niners are back." That's the other thing.
Yeah.
So you see the power
Yeah.
rankings out there. Niners were so high
Yep.
on it.
Yep.
And the roller coaster that it feels like with this team.
It's the
but
Jimmy
we're back on
Garoppolo
it.
cycle, dude. Literally. And it's, as Matt was just alluding to, it wasn't all Jimmy's fault. But yes,
No.
there were definitely some plays that if you had
injury bug,
a
man.
better quarterback, it's
I
the
wanna-
injury
let's talk
bug.
about that
It's-
again. That's
it's
fucking
tough.
crazy. I know we talk about it every week, but it's literally outrageous how many injuries have happened to this team so consistently, and there is no one's got a good idea of why. But it is now at the point that it is so irregular that
It's
there
so
feels like there has
consistent.
to be something.
Yeah.
Something's different.
It's so
Well,
consistent.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that we said. We've said it in the group chat before. It's like I don't remember a season where there wasn't a star player that we had that was down for the season or some kind of catastrophic injury that throws some kind of wrench
Yeah.
in the plan. And like this is just no different for Niners fans. And so now you're entirely right. This one thing that we're holding on to as far as something we can rely on. We go down early. We can't run. We can't battle back. Jimmy. Just either he has it or he doesn't, and it's just like this is the story that we get. It's either Jimmy's on or he's off, and it getting down and getting pressured. Atlanta, I don't know, they're entertaining to watch. I agree. I think they've had a couple of good little games where it like Falcons fans should be kind of stoked on what they have.
Yeah.
They have a lot of youth. Obviously maybe Marcus isn't your guy, but who knows? Like they're playing good ball right now. So it was. The Niners are also looking at the Chiefs now, and so this was.
But I wouldn't be shocked if they play up and have a great game
think
against the
they
Chiefs.
Yeah.
I just like
at
you
home.
know.
It's at home too.
And
Yeah.
I
They
thought
played-
Jimmy played pretty well in this game. I don't think there was nothing I think Jimmy did that I thought like fucking Jimmy in this game.
And we
Is-
know
is
you'd want to.
One,
If there was even a
one
moment.
pick was like a
We'd
Hail
not
Mary
give
at
it
the end
to
of the
him.
half. The other
True.
was off a receiver's hands, but he was throwing it downfield. He had 2 shots downfield that should have been, or 3 shots downfield that should have been completed. 2 were dropped, and 1 was negated by a penalty. But he was 29 of 41.
Maybe and
Like,
again maybe
yeah,
I'm
and without that, he would have been 32 or 41.
Which looks a hell of a
Pretty
lot better
good.
on the stat
And he
line.
would have had over 300 yards, and he would have had another touchdown. So I thought he played pretty well. I just think the injuries and the drops and the self-inflicted shit is what killed him, and they got out physical. But you want to hear something crazy that I heard, is that since Kyle Shanahan took over, the 49ers have been down. They've been trailing by 7 or more points entering a fourth quarter 28 times, and they haven't won any of those games.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
So they've never come back when they're down by 7.
Holy
Or more
shit.
in the
7 or
fourth
more.
quarter.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
that's
That just shows you.
That's a fucking
Like I said,
problem.
Jimmy
That's
might
a
have played
fucking
okay,
problem.
but you're just not built to play that way.
Yeah.
Well, and what does that say about your team too?
Well, if we're just
Injuries.
built to run.
Bunch of
and
front
Injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of front runners, dude.
Yeah.
Bunch of team, like honestly,
Yeah.
a team that is great at fucking if they can get the lead and hold it, but the comeback, like there is not, like Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, right? These classic moments we've seen
Yeah.
them have, like that is just non-existent.
No, that doesn't happen.
So I saw something on Twitter that I wanted to ask you guys about the Niners. Do you think our record would be any different if Trey Lance did not get hurt?
I don't know.
Like, do we win this
So hard
game?
to
Do
say.
we win? Do we win?
I think we win in
the
Denver.
Denver game. I think we win
Yeah.
the Denver game at least. So I think we're at least what we're 3-3 right now. I think we'd be 4-2 there. This game is hard to say because it's like you said.
Did we beat the
it
Rams?
wasn't Jimmy's fault. That's true.
I don't know.
You don't know if we beat the Rams.
Jimmy was in.
Jimmy
rhythm.
loves playing the Rams.
They were just humming that game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I haven't seen that with Trey yet.
No.
I haven't seen like those drives where the Niners have where they're just humming.
We haven't seen him play
Quick
a whole
slants
game.
on the hands,
Yeah.
run it,
Yeah.
couple screens. Like we just haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just saw it on Twitter. I thought it was interesting. A lot of people were saying probably 4-2, probably still 3-3. Not much would have changed, but I just want to throw it to you guys.
I don't know if he has the performance that even Garoppolo had in this game, though.
Yeah.
True.
I don't really see Trey Lance putting up those stats necessarily,
Yeah.
but it would have been a completely different game plan.
Right.
Obviously.
Right. And he gives you a little more like dynamic offense on being able to get out of the
Yeah.
pocket and run the ball
Maybe
and force a
get a first
spy or
down.
force a linebacker to focus on him versus a receiver. Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
think about it every
A
week.
lot
Well,
of
and
hypotheticals.
let me-
I think about it every
Yeah.
almost
I've
every other
watched,
day. I think about it.
Obviously, the Eagles right now, they've got this play, and I rewatched some of the game, and this is the kind of Trey Lance shit, where it's basically like the running back, it's a fake, either you hand it off the running back if you want, and then it's a keeper, right, like an option, but then you also get a wide receiver that comes around during that whole thing and goes out, and so they either think it's going to be a run, think the QB's going to run, and if they go at you just toss it real quick to the other guy.
Yep.
It was like the touchdown they had at the last touchdown they got to AJ or to Devontae was just so fucking easy, dude.
Yeah.
And that play is so nasty because what are you going to do as a defensive end,
Yeah.
as a linebacker? It's like running back, quarterback, and then another player that's sneaking out of the fucking backfield. Like, how do you defend against that, dude?
It's tough.
You don't.
That's the
Not easily.
league. It's
It's
tough.
nice to have
It's
that
tough.
that element of running
Mhm.
quarterback.
It is. All
You
right.
guys will have it.
Let's
Have-
move
have somebody.
on. I know this is a tough game, but Tom, who do you got?
Let's just
for-
talk about birds real quick.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So, they are now the over 6 games the best first half team in the history of the NFL from point differential.
Wow.
They have scored the most points in the history of the NFL in 1 and 2 quarters or something. That was the stat I saw today. So they scored more points in the first half of any other team through 6 games and best point differential. So that matches up with what happened in this game. Obviously, the Eagles demolished the Cowboys in the first half. It was like not even close. Like they couldn't get shit going. Cooper Rush finally threw a pick, threw 3 at the end of it all, but they just made them look silly. And this is a consistent thing with the Eagles and kind of scares you going forward is teams are finding adjustments and they're finding ways to slow down the offense. They're finding ways to find holes in the defense. So as much as I'm so glad they beat the Cowboys and it was a gritty ass win and that touchdown drive at the end, that was so important because it was 20-17 and then they got the ball back and they just did a long methodical drive, ended up with a tutty, and then it was the Cowboys scrambling to win. So they found a way at the end. That was the 27. They went for 2. This was 26.
I was paying attention to the wedding at that time.
What?
I only got to watch the game when you had it up at the dinner table. Once
Right.
dinner was over, then I was kind of mingling, so I didn't really get to see
Cowboys
the end
Zeke
of the game.
got super going in the second half. That was one
He
big
was at
thing.
6 yards of carry for that
Dude,
game. Yeah.
and what if you watch him run too? What he was doing is just this wiggly ass Zeke shit, dude. He just like seriously would find a hole and then would fall forward 7 yards.
Yeah.
Like that was as I rewatched the game. I was like, damn. He just like it's not like it was a great move. He just found a way to contort his body through the defenders and would just fall forward. And he got a touchdown. That was a super great blocking from the D line from the Cowboys. Like super good blocking. But he looked great. But it was just not enough. So if they played 6 quarters, Cowboys could have won. But luckily they didn't, and the Eagles got their most important offense was that last drive. Because I think it was through the entire third quarter. It was something like fucking 8 plays. Like they were getting destroyed. The defense really locked them down. Also doesn't help our future Hall of Fame tackle Lane Johnson got a concussion, so didn't come back out for the second half. So that's a big part. The offense was adjusting. Micah Parsons started to fucking feast, of course. So then they just started running plays away from him, and there's a bunch of plays that they had success against Micah Parsons where he wasn't blocked at all, but they just ran the play like away from him or something, or did like a misdirect. And so instead of trying to block him, they just schemed around him and basically made the entire play around making sure Micah Parsons didn't stop it, because that guy's so fucking good at football.
Yeah.
So is your stud just the Eagles?
The secondary. So.
Okay.
CJ Gardner. CJ Gardner had a great game. He got NFC Defensive Player of the Week, I think, today.
Good trade.
Yeah, dude, great fucking trade. Yeah, we still got their pick. Bradbury played incredible too. There was that one that they called it a touchdown on the field, but then they pushed it back so it wasn't a catch. But Bradbury, like seriously, maybe gave up 3 catches. Darius Slay had I think 1 pick, and CJ had the other 2. So the Eagles secondary has just looked like the best secondary unit in the entire league. And I think for the last 10 years of my life, I always complained about how bad our secondary was on the Eagles. And we just built this shit up with free agents. Like, not even free agents, just trades.
There you go.
So impressed. We get our bye week. We need it. Hopefully Lane will be back. Kelsey needs it too. So we're excited. And then we've got some easy-ass games coming up. So
It's impressive.
we'll
I
see
mean,
how far we can go.
remember in training camp when we were like, they cut Jaquaski Tart and we're like, oh, Eagles are like super cocky cutting
Yeah,
all their
dude.
safeties right now. But
And then turns out.
Turns out, yeah.
Yep. Well, I think they cut him before they signed Gardner.
that was like, it was that
right.
week, yeah.
But it was they cut him and then he knew the deal
They
was
probably
possible.
knew something was coming.
Yeah, 100%. And it's worked out so well. That guy loves being a fucking Eagle. That was when he got the second interception. He runs down the end zone and everyone's screaming his name and shit.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just tell this guy loves being an Eagle.
Fuck
His defense is legit, man. It's a great team.
Defense will carry you, and you got a lot of different ways you can win, or a couple different ways you can win on offense.
I think I'm
Like
ready.
you can
I
throw
think
the
I'm
ball.
ready.
now. That's a
to
give
give my
statement
heart.
win.
I think I'm ready to
Statement
give my
win.
heart
Alright.
to the Birds. Finding a way. My Super Bowl pick is so goddamn valid, baby.
Oh,
It is.
yeah.
Let's go,
Alright.
Birds. They're going to win the whole fucking thing. We got this.
You want to hit one? Fly,
You want me to do the
Eagles,
whole
fly. No, it's
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
there we go. We'll keep it short.
I
Keep
like
it
that. I
short.
appreciate that.
No problem. All right, John. Oh, you already did both of yours. Matt,
Yeah.
who's your last stud?
Yeah, last part of the Niners game, we already talked about it, but we always say how this guy would be an easy top 10, at least fantasy receiver if he got 10 targets a game. Brandon Ayuk had 11 targets, 8 catches for 83 yards, 2 tuds, and another downfield shot that was like 30-plus yards that got called back due to penalties, so he would have been up over 100. It was just awesome to see 11 get the ball.
Yep.
Mhm.
I don't
Felt
want
so good.
I don't want him to leave because he's tired of
Same.
getting no targets.
Same.
So, yeah, great game for Ayuk, and I think just enough
This
for
is his
like
best game ever.
every owner to just like
Up there.
start him.
Not
No.
from like a yardage
He's had 100-yard
perspective,
games.
but yeah.
He's had, I was
Yeah.
wondering, with that many touchdowns and that many
I don't know
yards.
about that.
No,
but
I don't think he's had. I don't know if he's ever had a 2-touchdown game. I'm not 100% sure.
great
but
game for him.
Yeah, great
Great
game for
game.
him, and I wanted to
It's
keep going,
awesome.
especially in a game where Debo was like kind of non-existent a little
Yeah.
bit. It felt like so. I'm glad there were multiple times last week where I don't know if it was last week or the week previous where Ayuk was wide open and just not getting the ball. And so I wonder if they broke down film and Kyle's like, feed him the fucking ball. He's open. He is an elite route runner.
Yeah.
And if you watch him, like even like Crocker always breaks his film down and
Yeah.
shit, he is elite at route running. And he almost always gives himself a window. Just depends how long that window is going to be open for Jimmy to find him and get
His
him the
body
ball.
control, he can fight for the ball, and
Yep.
after the catch, he's disgusting too.
Oh, he's so fast.
Like, I think he's
insanely
super
fast.
underrated. Like,
Shifty.
how many
He's
times
so
have we seen him
shifty.
catch one over the middle and like bounce off of a linebacker
Oh, yeah.
and spin off of him and keep going? Like,
Well, like you said, yak guy. I mean,
He's a
that's-
yak guy.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
And again, it's just watching him get the ball is just so fun to watch. Breaks people's ankles at least 2 or 3 times, so he's open. And like you said, just hey, 10, focus in a little bit, okay?
Yep.
Just
It's open.
10 to 11.
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ!
I appreciate the sub, Mallory. Holy fuck, that was so loud. Oh, we have the speakers turned up pretty high in here. That scared the
Oh my
shit
God.
out of us. Hey, that's one thing we get when we're all together, boys. I get to hear that every time someone subscribes. So thank you, Mallory.
Joe
Holy
Burrow jump
shit.
scare, dude.
Great job,
Woo!
Mallory. Yeah.
That was a
We
good
get
one.
real nice, cozy
I got
Niners
chills
talk going.
after
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Holy fuck. Oh my god.
It is
Yeah.
spooked over, you know?
Big, Mallory's a big Brandon Ayuk fan, apparently. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. John almost found a foxhole. You'd have been right next to Brady, dude, ready to go. Oh my god. Yeah, fucking A. Brandon Ayuk, what a guy. Keep going.
Even though Debo wasn't effective either, how many fucking tackles did he break? Like
Yeah.
on a
Oh,
bubble
yeah.
screen where he catches it, the guy's already wrapping him up and he gets out of it. So he's still a highlight machine,
Oh, he's monster.
even without putting up any numbers.
Yeah, absolute monster. I had Ayuk on my bench, hand up. That's my
Everyone
bad.
did.
I'm gonna start him next week, and
I
hopefully
started
he
him
gets
in one
production.
league, baby.
There you go.
It's a 3 wide receiver league. but
There you go. That's fine. That's fair. All right, boys. I think that wraps up all the studs. Let's go through. Let's kind of rapid fire these duds. We're
Yeah.
running long because we're all here and we're just having a good time. But all this, both mine right away. My first one, J.K. Dobbins. If you drafted J.K. Dobbins, you've been waiting for him to get back on the field. And he had one good game last week, and then this week had 7 carries for 15 yards. Meanwhile, the new running back they brought in, Kenyon Drake, 10 carries, 119 yards, 1 touchdown. So I think it's
a fantasy zombie week for sure.
Yeah.
There was some guys that just like fucking came back. Maybe it's because it's October, but these guys, I assume their lifetime will be short. But right now,
Latavius Murray back in the
yeah,
day.
dude, Latavius Murray,
Pretty
Kenyon
spooky.
Drake. Yeah, scary stuff out there. So
It also just seemed like a lot of games were
Tevin
extremely
Coleman
low
last week.
scoring.
Dude.
Tevin Coleman's back. It was like super low scoring, and then in the fourth quarter, a bunch of teams popped off. It was really weird how the scoring went. I also saw a stat on Twitter today that said that fantasy football scoring across the league
Love you,
is
Mallory.
down.
Bye, Mallory.
Thank
Oh,
you.
bye.
Love you.
Good seeing you this weekend.
Have fun.
Peace. But it's down. Scoring in fantasy is down 22% this year from last year. So offense is just not getting it done yet this year. So I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. I don't know where that's coming from. But
It's all the Bill
it is.
Gates chips in our arms.
Yeah, it's all the COVID vaccines. I got my booster today. My arm is sore as fuck.
Nice,
But I'm
dude.
feeling good. It's my
Jeff
game.
Bezos. Blink twice. We can
Hey, we're on Twitch. This is an Amazon.
Excuse me.
Oh, also, if you guys have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free.
Ooh.
That's right. So sign in with your Prime account, subscribe for free, scare the shit out of us, apparently with the loud ass alert that goes
Yep.
through. So
That's the thing.
yeah, and then I'll wrap it up. My second dud. Broncos receivers, just in general, had a tough day. Russell Wilson did do a good job. He found 10 different receivers. However, 6 of them only had 1 reception. Not one receiver had over 55 yards. Jerry Jeudy, 3 receptions for 54 yards. And Cortland Sutton, 2 receptions for 14 yards. So
He was
tough.
definitely two halves there, right? It was
Yes.
a tale of 2 halves for
Yes.
Russell Wilson, and I'm glad he's looked alive. But the second half is all that matters, and they lost the fucking game, which is all that matters. So, but showed signs of life.
He
so.
did, and you kind of felt like at the end he was going to do a Russell Wilson thing,
Mm.
and that's where I don't know. For a while, like first half looks good, but then you're thinking, okay, OT, like vintage Russ is going to come out. He's going to hit a moon ball. He's going to do some running around shit. He's going to evade 3 would-be sacks,
Yeah, of course.
and then he's going
That's
to
what
hit
he
a play downfield, and they just pooped out. So
I think it's bad coaching, dude. At least maybe I'm starting to. Maybe I start feeling bad for all the Russ hate with the terrible coaching.
I
but-
think he's been declining for 3 years.
I think it's Russ. I think it's their offense is not
But he's
groundbreaking. Like their offense, you watch them, they run the same. It feels like 10 plays, where they have these like tight end receiver options. They both run an out route. They have obviously their running plays. It just looks very basic, nothing flashy.
I feel like that's just a good segue into my dud because it is Russell Wilson.
Man,
He's
let's talk
my
about
dud. It's you can't. I mean, 180 yards and no tuds, bud. And he's a guy
That's
that
a good game.
He had
for
1
him this season.
touchdown.
no, he had no tuds.
I thought he had a
Must have
touchdown
rushed it.
early to the tight end, the new tight end.
I can pull up his stats again.
Oh.
At least what I pulled.
Sorry, I'm not trying to.
There was a big play. I don't think I
Oh,
went for a
stat
touchdown.
corrects.
Stat correction from ESPN Fantasy.
6
Let me pull it up.
bucks.
They're stuck with that guy till
130.
2027,
Yeah,
and
Oh,
I think
he
he'll
did
still
have
be
one stud, my
he'll still
bad.
be 12 million to cut then, but
to this guy.
I saw INTs. That's
At
my
least
bad.
you know,
But even
with
still,
inflation, it won't be as
Yeah.
bad.
you know what? I'm still gonna give it to him because
Yes,
it's
you
not.
should.
It's not. This
He's
is
back.
not the Russell Wilson that the NFC West had to watch and fucking put up with
Yeah.
for years. Where it was like Matt said, where end of the game we're expecting primetime Russ to come out and he's gonna hit a bomb and he's gonna put us to bed and it's gonna suck because this is what we expect. And now it's just noodle arm Russ missing passes all over the field, looking
How
sluggish,
pissed are you
looking
guys?
dumb.
How pissed are you guys? He fucking sucks
Extremely!
now, and Gino's killing it.
Yeah, fuck, man.
What happened? Why?
We were like, thank God he's finally gone.
And then Geno Smith, which actually is kind of sick.
yeah,
but
kind of happy for
Yeah,
Gino, but
yeah.
but
hard
again,
not to root for that guy. But yeah.
I'm gonna take
right
it.
back.
I'm gonna throw Russell Wilson up
Good.
there. I'm so sick of the
So
Broncos that we just. By the way, this is the 4th out of the 7th primetime game that we're
Bullshit.
gonna get for the Broncos. 4 out of 7.
At least we have
So
a
we're
break,
just-
don't we? We have a break. It's like
It's-
till like late November is the next one or something.
So 4 out of 6 weeks they've been on primetime.
Yep.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yep. It's not good football. It's not fun to watch. It sucks. They're a top 3 defense, and the
we need to flex some of those.
I want to
Yeah,
look up.
please.
Like, is it like a Kirk Cousins thing where Russ is just bad in primetime now? Like, did they have decent games when they played on a
I
regular
mean,
schedule?
only 2 they didn't. So
I don't know.
well, this is the only
Fine.
game where it was like, oh, he's back. maybe a little bit.
The
Like,
beginning.
he's looking pretty good.
It's like
right?
the first quarter.
No, they lost to the Broncos.
He's thrown 10 times at 10 different receivers or something. I remember him saying that, and I was like, oh. What
No,
about
they
this?
stink, man.
They stink, dude.
They do, man. It's
And
just
they
not
suck to
fun.
watch. Like, it's not fun.
Because and that's the thing is like the defense, yes, very top tier. It's sick to watch them play. They're great on the defensive side of the ball, but the offense is just like why he has all these weapons and they can't. I don't know. They can't get anything.
At the
going.
beginning
It's
of the
not fun.
year, when you saw this game on the calendar, you weren't thinking like, if that thing goes to overtime, I'm gonna be so sad
Yeah.
that I keep,
yes.
have to keep watching this. And it
Sentences
was
out you
horrible.
never said.
Yeah, it was horrible.
We're over it. Fuck the Broncos.
Fuck the Broncos, dude.
Yeah, to watch Brandon Staley against Nathaniel Hackett. Ugh.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, dude. Are we Broncos country? Let's walk.
Broncos country, let's leave.
Let's leave.
Yeah. Broncos country, let's leave. All right, Tom, who you got for a dud?
Cooper Rush, but we already kind of talked about that one. Ravens defense, very disappointing.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was surprisingly. This was an
So
A-gap
bad.
sweep, I think.
Yeah.
It was
100% against the Giants, which, like...
I
the
did.
Giants are wagging.
I
That's
literally
the
won money on
counter-argument.
the Giants covering.
There you
but
go.
the fucking spread was like 7 or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, "There's no way." The Ravens had bad defensive games. They had that one good one, and then everyone thought they were back. But obviously they aren't. So, and obviously the Giants are wagging. We get that. They are very well coached. They play some gritty ass football, very much like the Falcons. And they haven't played super great teams yet.
I think they're almost like the opposite of the Broncos, where you watch what they do on the offensive side of the ball. Sometimes they go wildcat. Sometimes they motion Saquon in, and they do direct snaps. They do all these wild new things that typically in the NFL don't work. But when you kind of just pepper them in here and there, and the defense isn't ready for it, you got to adjust for it. And so they're almost like being creative in a way that clearly is working for them. They're 5-1. They're one of the best teams in the league on paper. So
I'm gonna say the same
and the
thing
Ravens are
everyone
never an
else
easy team
says.
to beat.
The Giants are the team that just stays in games, and then the other team loses it for them. Like
Probably,
they don't
yeah,
make
yeah.
the mistakes. They wait for the other team to make the mistake, and it's enough. It's enough to win football games, and we'll see them. They're gonna get tested. We're gonna start figuring out this run first offense.
I don't know if it's a mistake though, because I mean, Kayvon Thibodeau comes in, gives a
He
great
has
fumble
best,
at the
best
end.
game of his entire career. Best game of his entire career by a
So,
mile.
and this is also the story of the last at least couple weeks. Is Lamar Jackson comes out and gives away the ball in some pretty clutch moments.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
had two really big back-to-back huge games where myself,
Number one QB, MVP again. Here it comes, 100%.
and now we have 2 weeks back-to-back where it's key giveaways at bad times, and then. But to speak to the Giants, I think that that's a key play. That's the defense showing up when it needs to. The offense had been moving the ball all day. They had been doing great. They had great production. I mean, the Giants, they look like a good team.
I can't wait for honestly Giants Eagles is now, especially because they found now that Giants are ahead of the Cowboys, right? Like it's a big game.
They're
When they finally
clearly very well coached. Because I mean,
100%.
no one's gonna look at this roster top to bottom and think, "Oh my god, like they got a bunch of dogs on there." Like they got some good players, but
Right.
I mean, no one's like freaking out about Daniel Bellinger or I don't even
Did you
know.
see
Kadarius
Thibodeau
Toney
do
even
the
plays, or
salsa?
Daniel Jones.
Oh,
the salsa.
Victor Cruz salsa?
Victor
But they're just
Cruz
so
salsa.
well
Fuck yeah.
coached, and you
Take it
look at Nathaniel Hackett on the other side of that, and they're stacked with talent,
Yep.
and they're
Yep.
clearly poorly coached. You got KJ Hamler slamming his helmet after that one game a couple weeks back where
Yep.
they lost it at the
Wide
end,
fucking open.
and he says,
Yeah.
"I could have crawled in." Like
Because he could have. He wasn't
he
wrong.
could have,
Yeah.
but like well coached teams, you don't hear
Don't
that
do
kind
that.
of stuff.
Yeah. Nope.
Like you would
100%.
never hear Travis Kelce say that about Mahomes. Never hear anybody say that about Jimmy G. Like even and like probably won't hear that in New York now.
And the Birds too. They would never.
Birds,
I
like,
feel like
yeah.
they're so together.
Yeah.
Like they would never. They would be like, and Jalen would be like, he'd be one of these, and he'd be like, "That's all good," and then it's over. Like whatever, because they're a team.
There's a little bit of drama in the, I don't know if you guys saw this, the Ravens wide receiver room. They just picked up Deshaun Jackson.
Yep.
So they're trying to get him some options at all. Who is it? I'm completely blanking. Their
Bateman.
receiver, Rashad Bateman tweeted LOL today. And it's like, oh boy, here we go.
We trade Hollywood Brown, who
Yep.
RIP for the season, but was looking like he's putting up massive production in
Huge.
Arizona,
He was
There
a
you go.
stud.
and like I'm sure all those guys are like, that's the move,
Yeah,
Deshaun Jackson.
that's it.
Well, and he still
What
got
about
this
OBJ?
whole-
OBJ's still out there.
They have this lack of Lamar being signed too. I wonder if there's just something with the team, just this weird like, what is next season gonna look like? They're adding in these random players. They're trading away good players. Lamar's not signed. What's really fucking going on? And I wonder if, especially the offensive players, are kind of a little like, what does our future look like here? Because
Good point.
if Lamar doesn't come back, that team's a fucking rebuilding team immediately.
Oh
Yeah.
Hart might not even be back. Like, if he loses his starting QB, I mean, they probably give him a shot, but...
Yeah. I don't want to
Very
dwell on this
different
game too long, but even looking at the Giants' schedule, I could easily honestly see them at like 9-1. They play the Jags, the Seahawks, the Texans, the Lions, the next 4 games.
I think the Hawks will make it. Hawks at
Hawks
home,
will
too.
make it
That'll
a
be
game.
an
Tough
issue.
game.
Jags,
Tough
Jags could make it a game in Jacksonville.
I think so, too.
Texans
I
and
agree.
Lions. Lions could
Probably
also
not.
be a game too.
I'm really hoping the Lions have a strong
Yeah.
post-bye
All
thing
these
here.
games
We'll
will
get into
probably be tough because they're not very good.
No.
that. They'll
Like,
all
they're
be
just-
close.
I mean, their
They'll all be
defense
close.
sucks.
Yeah.
Like, we think of them as like this hard-nosed, defensive, run-the-ball team, but
The defense is not what's winning them the
Very
games.
good.
Yeah.
It's bend don't break, and
Yeah.
the offense is just they've got a great player named Saquon Barkley,
Yeah.
and then they let you fuck up, and
I
they're
think-
ready to capitalize.
I think if they win.
oh, sorry, I was talking
two-
about the Ravens. I didn't know.
Oh, sorry, I was talking about the Giants,
Sorry,
but
sorry.
still, it still kind of holds true.
Yeah.
But
Right.
even just looking at this schedule, if they win 3 out of their next 4, and then they're looking elite, then they start hitting the NFC East. They got Cowboys, Commanders, Eagles, Commanders, Vikings, which won't be easy, Colts, which will probably be a battle, and then
I
Eagles to close out the season.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get real.
Lot-
Second,
a lot of
second,
winnable games here, though.
A lot of winnable
And
games.
if you, like, if they go 500 the rest of the season, they're probably in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can
yeah.
squint and see at least a wild
yeah,
card.
yeah,
here,
oh,
you know?
easily.
But then, and that's the thing. It's again one of the best fucking divisions, right? Cowboys are gonna be right there. Eagles are gonna be right
Yeah.
there. You know,
Yep. Yeah, it's like you said earlier. NFC
NFC
East is
beast.
looking
It's not
good.
it's not sarcastic anymore.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Matt, who you got for a dud?
I'll just name both of them since they're, we already talked about the Hawks a little bit, but DK Met, did we? Oh, we kind of touched
no,
on it.
not
really. Not a lot,
Whatever.
no.
DK Metcalf, two catches for 34 yards. Just kind of disappointing as a fantasy owner, but
Yeah.
he's a stud. But they're just, not humming that much with him. He's had like one good game this
Yeah.
year. And then my other two were Dolphins running backs. So Raheem Mostert, 14 for 49, 3.5 yards a carry, kind of disappointing.
That hurt.
But Minnesota's a good team, and they're like rising up the power rankings again. And then Chase Edmonds is a complete life
Can I
ruiner,
drop him
so-
now? I dropped him in my
Yeah,
my 10 team.
drop
I think
him.
it's time for me to drop my 14. I think I have to.
Not getting 50% of the snaps anymore. Say it's we could go on record and say it's safe to drop Chase Edmonds.
Yeah. Did you leave the drum at home? You didn't pack the drum
I did
with
not
you?
pack the drum.
All
No.
right, deal.
Ooh, this is interesting. I was looking up defenses. I think I'm looking at the right thing here. But the Seahawks are actually not playing very good defense at all. That's their sneaky bad thing. Their offense has been killer.
Yeah.
And the Giants have the 9th
Yeah.
best defense in the league right now. So,
There we go.
Ravens, while we're on the subject.
I was gonna say last I checked,
23rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Fantasy
tough.
wise,
Bottom-
Ravens are playing at a pretty top tier.
Close to bottom
They make
third.
takeaways happen.
Close to
Right.
bottom third of the league, though.
Close to bottom third of the league,
Yeah.
100%. Giants playing in top third. So,
All right. Anything to wrap up the Sode boys?
Chase Edmonds sucks.
Chase Edmonds sucks.
Chase, I think we learned today. Chase Edmonds sucks.
Uh-huh.
The Jets are a wagon. The Giants are a wagon.
Tom Brady got the
Tom
boy.
Brady is in the military now.
Robbie Anderson, that was my.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
let's talk about Robbie, dude.
Yeah,
Let's talk about
Robbie. Oh, and D Hop's gonna be back. D Hop and Robbie both in
Dude,
Arizona
the
now.
slimmest duo in the world, dude.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Slender Man 2, fucking Electric Boogaloo. So
Pull
tough.
up some old Marble Hornets videos,
Yeah,
dude. Get
dude.
real deep into it.
Robbie Anderson, I don't know. He's had such a shit year. He's been terrible. He had one good game, and that was his
Popped off
first
week
game.
one.
Yeah.
His
Yeah, and
first
I
game.
spent $151 in fab on him, too.
Oh yeah, nice. Did you
Yikes.
keep him? Or is he
I
on the
still
way
got
out
him.
now? Oh,
No,
yeah.
I can't
Got
drop
him
my
on the
dress
trade
that
block.
much. Yeah, he's on the
He's
trade block.
shopping him.
Yeah. You should shop him before DeAndre Hopkins gets all the targets next week.
Yeah, well, he's active.
Yeah.
In that league, everyone's on the trade block.
Yeah.
The joke is who isn't on the trade block in that league.
Deal. Alrighty, boys. Well, I think that wraps it up for the first half of this live episode. So, podcast listeners, tune in a day or two. We'll have pick'ems for you. And if you're here with us on the stream, we'll be right back. So, everyone together. Bye. All right, chat. As you guys know, this is our little time to hang out with each other before we start pick'ems and hot sauce. I'm gonna go get a beer, use the restroom and stuff.
I'll be back.
So yeah, we'll be back. Might be a little dead air for a bit, but stick with us. Do you want me to just throw it to the starting screen if you guys want to go grab some stuff?
I gotta be, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll be right back.
Throw on
Hang out
some
with
music.
us. We'll be right back. Yeah, I'm gonna put on some like lo-fi beats or something. We can hang out and vibe together, and then we'll be back in a little bit. Hopefully, let us know. Does everything sound okay on your guys' end? It seemed like it sounds good. We just wanted to double check because this is the first time we've ever done this.
We never did this before.
All right, enjoy the music. We'll be right back. we're still getting ready, but we just wanted to check in. Hey boys, hey girls, what's up? Hot tub stream is coming, Kevin. So
Ooh.
don't worry about that. I can make a bad amaranth joke, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, darn, you can't do that now.
No. Honestly, yeah, protect her at all costs.
I gotta say, Matt, that pick is a pretty big whiff this week.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, good to have the boys back together.
Oh, Jesus.
I need chat. What's a good putter like dumb joke I can make? You know,
Something about flat stick
that
or Texas wedge.
that pick's pretty good, but mine is putter.
That was horrible.
Oh
God. All right, you got your picks up somewhere?
Yep, got them on my phone. I already made them.
I'll mine up on my phone as well. We'll restart the episode and we'll get it going. You like making them now, like or second guessing yourself.
No.
I'm Matt, dude. I understand. You want to succeed.
Alrighty. Alright boys, you know the drill. We're gonna restart the stream
What day? It's gonna be the 20th. It's gonna be Thursday, October 20th,
Thursday, October
2022.
Got it. We don't have to do the surprise this time because
Surprise!
surprise! We're still in the
all
still in
together.
the same room, but it's Thursday now.
Actually,
Hey,
I
that's actually kinda
think we
funny.
should do that.
Let's
Actually.
do that.
We
Alright.
haven't left.
Alright, we'll be right back, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the A-Gap Podcast. And now, your host, Colby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the A-Gap Podcast. Today is Thursday, October 20th. We had a little, if you didn't hear last episode, we're in the same room together. Let's go, boys!
Hey!
We had a little dispute over whose beer was who in the intro, so we were figuring it all
You
out.
still not have a beer? Or you found one? Okay.
If you don't have a beer, go get one. We gotta have some beers because we're doing pick'ems and we're also doing the hot sauce gauntlet as always. But before we get to that, I gotta pull up the standings. Here, I might steal this mic, or I can read them from up here.
While Colby's giving standings real quick, I didn't say it last episode, want to say it this episode. Thank you to everybody who pre-saved our song. We just came out with a new single. You guys are awesome. You guys have spread it around. It's been fucking sick. Thank you. Excuses out everywhere now.
Let's go. Bad Mother Nature in the bitch. They are incredible. Listen to all their music. Stream them on all platforms. As John said, check out the new single. It's fucking awesome.
And if you don't,
You're a
Bad
bad
friend.
friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a bad friend.
Don't
All
be a bad
right,
friend.
getting into the standings for week 4. All right, so we had a 4-way tie for first place. We had our first ever entry, EC Fish, with a 9-5 on his first ever week. Well done.
good show.
Well done.
Showing, son.
We also have John at 9-5. Well done, John.
well done.
And Tom at 9-5.
Well done.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
And then we also have Spivey Special Podcast at 9-5. They're really turning their season around. Good
Yeah,
job,
100%.
guys. Good job. And then we also have a 3-way tie for 5th place. So at 8-6 is myself. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We have Young Lunk. Well done. And Unsolicited Nick Picks. That's a great name. That might be best name in the pool.
I think so.
Also, I believe a first week entry. So well done, Unsolicited
good
Nick
start.
Picks.
Thanks for joining.
You basically
Yeah,
got
appreciate it.
second place, but it's just the way the
Yes,
ties
it
work
is,
out.
yeah.
You got 5th. All right. And in 8th place, we have a 2-way tie at 7-7. We have Freeds and Matt Furness. So slow clap for the impending doom. I'm sure.
Let's go, baby! We got this! We got this!
All right, let's
problem.
go.
It's good
All
to
right.
have you guys
So-
for moral support.
Yeah, of course.
Of course,
Yeah,
we got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And hey, I'm glad we can be here to physically support you if needed. We can give
Yeah.
you a rub on the back, or maybe a kiss on the lips, whatever you need.
I'll
Whatever you
definitely
need.
need that.
Yeah, kiss
Hot
on the lips
kiss?
would be a hot kiss.
Hot
Yeah,
kiss.
hot kiss. Hot
Yeah,
kiss.
nice.
All right, in 10th place, we had a two-way tie between Chef Swag and Hurley. And in 12th place this week, we had A. Russ at 5 and 9. So well done, A. Even
Thanks for
though
playing.
it
Thanks for
may have been a
playing.
tough week, there's a lot of football left, so keep getting those picks in. We honestly love that we can do this with the community. It makes us feel very connected to you guys, so keep it going. We fucking love it. All right, now let's get into the overall standings for the season. So we have now a two-way tie for first place between Freeds and Tom Time.
Hey!
Wow, Tom, speech.
Well, I've never been more motivated to pick successful football games.
Yeah.
Because, man, you guys make it look uncomfortable and unhappy. So, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just so don't want to do it that I'm making the right picks. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to do more underdogs, though. I want to say, as you three have all done it, and I haven't, and I just want to say I'm trying to maybe pick some underdogs here.
We're gonna get you some hot.
Listen
Even
to
okay.
your heart.
Even if I'll throw this out there, if you don't have to do hot sauce once this
All
year,
season, I'll definitely do
you
it.
gotta do it
100%.
in playoffs.
Absolutely,
or something.
absolutely.
So we'll find a way. We'll get you.
you.
All right. So well done, Freeds. Well done, Tom. First place alone. In third place, we have Chef Swag at 55 and 38. In fourth place, we have Hurley at 54 and 39, who is also tied in fourth place with John at 54
Like I've
and
said
38.
before, anytime you
39.
mention in the conversation with Hurley, it's a good conversation. So I'm happy to be
There you
here.
go. It's a good man to be with. In sixth place, myself at 51 and 42.
Nice, sit down.
In seventh place, we have Matt at 50 and 43.
Yeah!
You're right there
I'm
next
back.
to me. You're
We're
right there
back,
next to
baby.
me, dude. You and I have been one game
Yeah,
away.
literally one game difference.
Yeah, for a
Yikes.
while now. In eighth place, we have Connor McCann at 48 and 31.
He's my brother.
In ninth place, we have Spivey Special at 44 and 33. 10th place, Young Lunk at 36 and 25. Good to have you back, Young Lunk. 11th place, B-Mac at 29 and 18. That's a great
B-Mac.
record, but you got to
B-Mac.
keep getting those picks in if you want to end up on the top of the leaderboard. And then in 12th place, we have A. Russ at 25 and 21. 13th place, we have Para at 23 and 25. And 14th
Producer Kevin.
place, we have Producer Kevin at 22 and 25.
Make your picks.
Yeah,
Get
make your picks and get your
picks
head out
in.
of the financials, producer
Yeah,
Kevin. All right,
yeah.
there's more to the world than the financial metrics of our podcast. You know,
Also-
watch a game here or there.
Exactly. I also do want to say so I'm going to lightning rod the last few. So we have Gravistrine in 15th, who hasn't picked in a while. Will Colligan in 16th. E. Fish, who it is your first week getting in, and unsolicited Nick picks, first week getting in. So continue to get those picks in. At the end of the season, we're going to do a winning percentage as long as you have picked. I'm going to say at least 10 weeks probably by the end of the season. We'll
Seems
look
fair.
at the numbers, but we're going to do win percentage. So keep getting those picks in. Just because you're at the bottom of the overall leaderboard doesn't mean you don't have a chance to win the season pick 'em. And then 19th, we have Super Mario at 5 and 11. So, alrighty, boys. That wraps up the leaderboard. So, round of applause once again for everybody.
Yay! Thanks for playing.
Well done.
While
Thanks
we're all
for
together,
playing.
let's say thanks to all these people that are consistently putting in their picks. You're following along to our stupid ass podcast, and we appreciate you so much. So thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We love you guys. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Keep it coming. Keep
You're
it
the real
coming.
heroes out there.
Because we absolutely love it.
You're the reason we quit our day jobs.
Exactly.
Not yet. Not yet.
Wait, you guys
Once
didn't
again,
guys quit?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude.
I didn't get the memo. I don't know. Sorry.
Call your boss right now. Let's
Yeah,
get it
all
going.
right, let's get him on the phone.
Run on my shit. I thought we were all moving in here.
I was getting filled up.
All right, let me change up the graphic, and we're gonna get these picks going. Maddie, you have to assume the spicy position.
Oh, I'm ready. I deserve this.
You got your. Why don't you tell the people what you've got for your inhibitor of choice today? Because you got a unique thing you brought.
Okay, so I went a little softer today. You can call me a coward. I don't care.
Coward.
Using some chocolate milk, just as an inhibitor.
As long as it's not ice cream, am I right?
Am I right?
People hate that.
I'll wait 3 picks for it.
3 picks? That's fair.
Okay.
Very
all right.
nice of you. We have already said beer is acceptable within the first 3 picks, though.
That is correct.
That's the one thing you're allowed to do.
Let me move this actually up here.
Beer and water.
All right, I'm going to put the game in, but we're not going to talk about it yet. I just have to make sure that it fits in our cool new layout with all of us in the same room at the same damn time.
Same damn room, same damn time.
All right, you're the adult, I guess.
Chalky milk, says Thick Wizard 420. Gotta have a little chalky milk. All right, Matt has the hot sauce on the spoon.
I'm sweating already.
Now that we can, let's give him a little drum roll, huh?
Salud, boys.
Salud. Woo! He's like, all right, let's get the picks going. All right, for the first game, we have the Saints +1 on the road. They're going to be playing the Cardinals. The over-under is going to be set at 44.5. We'll go in a circle. Tom, who you got?
I am going to take the Cardinals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
I just think they're going to find a way. They're at home. It's prime time. I think D-Hop's back this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good sign. You got
Yes.
Robbie Anderson. He's got a lot of energy. So we'll see what that brings. It's going to be an entirely different wide receiver core. And give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals to take a big win.
All right, Maddie, who you got?
I think Cliff Kingsbury is going to get fired this season.
Ooh.
This is going to be a pivotal
That's a hot
loss.
take. Hot take.
It is a hot take. Yeah, give me the when the Saints
He's still got a sense of humor with 329,000 squad. All right, John, who you got?
Hey, I can't look. Give me the Saints. I can't follow that performance. That was great. Nice job, Bubba.
Woo,
Yeah,
who
give me
dat?
the Saints.
Let's go.
Who dat, baby? I'm going Saints as well. I'm going to piggyback
Who
right
dat?
off
Hot
these
sauce
3.
week. Let's do it.
Yep,
Let's
there you
do
go. So, Tom, you were going out.
But last
on
time I had a
Island.
contrarian pick on the Thursday night game, you guys all lost and it worked.
That is fair. That is fair. All right, next game, we have the Colts taking on the Titans in Tennessee. The Colts are going to get 2.5 points on the road. The over-under is going to be set at 43.5. Tom, once again, who you got?
Man, you guys know I'm a Matt Ryan fan these days. I'm an even bigger Michael Pittman fan. But I think Tennessee Titans are going to win this game at home. I think coming off a bye, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that spells a big win for the Titans. Give me Titans.
Maddie?
Yeah, I'm also going to take the Tennessee Titans at home. Big physical team coming off a bye week. King Henry's going to run all over the Colts. Mike Vrabel's going to have the boys ready.
Oh, yeah.
So ready. Oh, yeah. So ready.
Johnny?
Not so fast.
Oh! Hey!
I think that this is going to be a defense inspired.
Don't spit on the mic.
This is going to be a
Spit on the
defense
mic.
inspired by a great offensive performance this last week by Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan has found his rhythm, and he's going to come back into this game, and they're going to produce. Give me the Colts in an away game. It's going to be a shootout.
All right, John, I like what you had to say, but I'm putting you on an island. I'm going with the Ravens here. I have to go. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong game. I'm going with the Titans. Titans.
So,
At home. Island boy. Yeah, Tennessee's at home. Indianapolis is, I don't know, on the road. Not going to be great.
John's an
Titans all day. Titans all day, baby.
This worked out for me last week, so
I know. I was gonna say they're actually.
Okay.
That's how you win. You make some picks. You never
you
know.
make some picks.
All
You
right.
listen to your boy is what you do.
Okay, you listen with your heart. Pick them with your heart. A lot of
Kevin
songs this
Broman.
episode already.
No bench, but we all do some 16-ounce curls around here.
Oh,
Am I right, boys?
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, next game. Oh God, we got the boys together. Chaos will ensue. All right, we got the Bucks taking on the Panthers in Carolina. The Panthers are going to get 11 points at home.
Jesus.
Their money line is going to be plus 410 if you want to get bold. Over-under is set at 40.5. Tom?
Man, let me start my 4-part reasoning that the Carolina Panthers are going to lose this game.
Okay.
And I scrapped all the other steps. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucks. Let's smash the under too.
Yeah. Once again, high spread. Hit the under. John?
Man, I want to pick against the Bucks, but I can't.
Yeah.
Who's
It's
even
the
starting? Is
Panthers.
Baker going to play?
I don't
assume
know.
Baker's going to play.
Might be
PJ
PJ
got
again.
hurt in the first fucking series, first play.
Run the Wildcat with CMC.
Yeah, that would probably be a good team.
It would probably be
A
better.
better team.
Yeah, I'm also going to be taking the Bucks, so that's going to be an A-gap sweep.
Let's hit it.
Oh, there it is.
Everyone do your brooms. Do your brooms.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's the broom. Yeah. Oh, shit. All right, moving on to the next game. Let me pull it up here, and then I'm going to get over to the mic, because I don't know what I sound like over here. We have the Falcons taking on the Bengals. It's going to be +6 going to the Falcons on the road. The over-under is going to be set at 47.5. Tom?
Because I believe they're going to play in shotgun the whole time, give me the Bengals.
Bold pick?
Same. I agree because of that.
Matt said it earlier, so
Joe
I'm going to
Burrow's
say it
back,
now.
baby. Might be a
back.
close game though. What's the over under?
The over-under is 47.5.
It's pretty high.
Take the under.
What's the
Yeah, under on
spread
that's not
again?
bad. The spread, the Falcons are getting +6 on the road.
I've been loving those underdog covers. I wouldn't necessarily hate that one.
It's like, do you think the Falcons are better than the Saints? If so, the
I think
Bengals
they are. I think
Bengals
they
just
are.
beat the Saints
Yeah,
by
they are.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so,
think it'll be a closer game.
A lot of
that might
points.
be
They're
it.
on the road, but still a lot of points.
Love those
You can
undercovers.
officially hit the chalky milky if you need to, Maddie. John, who you got?
I'll have what they're having.
I'll take a rip.
Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Bengals. Another A-gap sweep.
That's a sweep, baby.
Woo! There it is. Yeah, once again, hit those brooms. Hit those brooms. All right. Next game we have. Sorry, let me pull everything up here. We have the Lions taking on the Cowboys. The Lions are going to get 7 points in Dallas. Over-under is set at 48. Tom?
So I may be bold with this pick.
Whoa.
You know what else might be interesting for the stream?
No! Tom's going to
Just a
do a
little
little
bit.
sauce,
Just a
just a
little
little
bit.
dab on the tongue. Okay, get a little taste. Get a little taste for
Oh,
it.
yikes.
Yeah, that's hot. Yeah.
Oh, yikes. And with that bold pick,
I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah, let's go.
They're
Okay.
gonna find a way. They're gonna
All right.
find a way. Come off that bye. They're gonna figure it out. Yeah.
Okay.
A little hot take.
Matt, you
Yeah.
have a little burpee there?
Sounds
What-
like- getting
got
hotter.
up into the sinuses, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking the
Oh.
Cowboys. I don't want to eat hot sauce anymore.
Yeah.
I can't do
That's
it.
okay. You can go safe this week.
Yeah, I'm
bud.
going safe.
Hey
John?
Matt, is the Lions' defense still really bad?
I think so.
Yeah, so that's why the Cowboys are going to win this game. Man.
Yeah.
I can't take the Lions. The Cowboys' defense is top 10 defense, and the Lions' defense still really, really bad. So give me Cowboys.
Counterpoint.
All right.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amon Ross St.
yeah.
Brown. Have you heard of the Sun?
Ever heard of them?
You think you're tougher than the Sun, dude?
Ever heard of the Sun? Oh, fuck.
It burns too for the fucking podcasters yet. People
God
listening,
damn.
it's pretty hot.
Yeah.
And you finally, I know I didn't eat as much as Matt, but I'm doing it, okay?
You
For the love of God.
you did probably a 20th of what he did, but now you got a spice. You got an understanding of what you might be getting into here.
Yeah, it's not fun.
But I'm glad you took the Lions, because I'm definitely taking the Cowboys. You're going to be on an A-gap island.
Island boy, I'm just an island boy.
All right, next game we have the Packers taking on the Commanders. Commanders going to get 5.5 points at home. Over-under is 41.5. So Carson Wentz is out of this one. Packers might be a get
Heineke.
right game. Who you got, Tom?
Well, just like last week when the Bucks and Packers were going to play some get-right games, this week the Bucks and Packers are playing some get-right games. Give me the Packers. I don't even know if I really like the underdog cover line even here. I don't know.
Yeah,
Over-under's pretty
5.5.
low.
5.5 to the Commanders.
I see, I
I
might
think
take-
Packers will cover that.
I think they should,
Yeah.
right? But the Packers will look pretty bad. But yes, I'm taking the Packers.
It's got to be the Packers. Come on. I mean,
If
if they lose
isn't,
this game, then
It's over.
Season's
all
over.
over.
Yeah,
It's all
trade
over.
Aaron Rodgers and get what you can for him. Move on.
I think
Yeah.
you hear like Matt
To Denver.
LaFleur and
Yeah.
Rodgers are exchanging barbs. I don't know. He's like talking about how they need to do something rather, and LaFleur's like, I don't know what he's talking about. So there's a little,
Oh God, classic.
Uh-oh.
little
Wait, Aaron Rodgers having drama with a coach?
what?
What?
Never heard that before.
Yeah. All right, John, who you got?
I honestly think that this is more like everything that I've seen about this being even remotely close has been more disrespect on the Jets. The Jets were good, and they put the Packers in their place. I think that the Packers are going to handily win this game. There's no way that the Commanders have what the Jets have. So
What about that home field advantage in Washington?
isn't Carson
Yeah,
Wentz
for
out
the
like
Packers,
4 to
yeah.
6 weeks?
What?
Yeah.
So
Wentz
who's
Heineke.
Heineke.
Yeah,
Sam
counterpoint.
Howell.
Back to the
Taylor
Heineke.
Heineke.
It's almost certainly, yeah. Taylor Heineke. Is he?
Honestly, Terry McLaurin might have a good game finally.
Yeah, there we go.
They,
I
love
would
each
like to
other.
see
They
that.
love each
I
other.
feel so. That'd be the best case scenario.
Right? Wouldn't that be sick?
I'm not going to do it. I have
Can't.
to take Green Bay.
Yeah.
You can't.
I want to back the Heine, but I'm not going to. I'm going Packers as well. It's gonna be another sweep.
Hey, yeah, sweet. It's like you guys watch. Fantasia, the old Fantasia. You know, with the broom.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, you know.
No.
Hello, can you hear us now? We're back. Hello.
Muted.
I think we're good.
And
I
I
think
guess
we're good.
the
Hello.
chat won't hear me say this.
Yeah, we're back. Were you? Did you have something to say, Matt? Did you have something to say?
No.
No? Okay, deal. Next game, we have the Giants.
The chat was.
All right, we're back. We have the Giants taking on the Jags. The Giants are going to get +3 on the road against the Jags. The over-under is set at 42.5. Tom, who you got? I'm surprised the Giants are getting points here.
It still says they can't hear us.
Still no
I think
sound?
they're
Everyone's
fucking
saying you
with
guys
us.
can hear us. You guys are fucking with us. I'm going to keep going. We're going to keep going.
Okay.
Actually, no sound? God damn it. Somebody turn the stream on.
I don't even see.
We're going to figure we can edit all this out of the fucking podcast.
Fuck it.
I would
Probably
never
won't.
say anything bad about the chat.
I don't even see it live. But
I would never say anything about the chat. I love the chat.
Yeah,
so much.
see?
oh, there.
John can hear us. Fuck you guys.
They
Fuck
got
you
us so
guys.
good.
Fuck you guys.
Did they text each
God
other on the
damn it.
side?
I hate all of you
They
now.
did. They made a
Matt,
plan.
say what you were going to say about them.
I can't.
I can't. You motherfuckers. Will,
Not
fuck
safe
off.
for life.
Fuck off.
You did.
Fuck
Not safe
off.
for life.
Would have been really funny
God
if you did.
damn it. All right, we're running it back. Next game, we got the Giants. We got the Giants +3 taking on the Jags -3. Over under 42.5. Giants are getting points here on the road. Tom, who do you got?
I've been doing a lot of underdog fucking parlays just to cover, and I am absolutely going to be hammering the Giants to cover this game. I might even take the fucking money line. I think the Giants going to win this game. Jags offense got a lot better here, but last week. But I still think that Giants, they just continue to find a way to win. And yeah, taking the Giants.
All right, Matt, who you got?
NFC Beast.
I'm also taking the Giants and Kevin Broman. The chat is not underappreciated. It carries the show. You guys
Yes.
make it.
Yes.
Carry the show.
Hey,
100%.
round of applause. Well done, honestly. Good job. You
Go
got us
chat.
good. You got us good, chat. You got us good. You got us good. John, who you got?
Yeah, again, timely defense for the Giants, right? Bend don't break, and they've been able to do that. I don't know. I'm about it. Give me the Giants.
Yeah, I'm also going to be taking the Giants, and for those of you that
Man.
are fucking can't see what I'm doing, I'm literally going to go double check the spread on this, and I'm going to live bet the money line if they're actually getting points.
I
because
think
that's
that looks
insane
great.
to me. It's insane. Was that an A-gap sweep?
That's an A-gap sweep.
Oh,
sweep.
it's an A-gap sweep! Let's go!
Matt, how does a broom sound? What does a broom make?
What sound does a broom
What
make?
sound does a broom make, Matt?
I don't know. You watch Fantasia.
You got all the hot
Good
broom
point.
things.
Good point. It goes, that's it. That's all it does.
All right, that's it for the first slate. For the second slate, we have the Texans taking on the Raiders. The Texans are going to get +7 as they head to Vegas. The over-under is going to be 46. Tom, who you got?
Give me the Raiders.
Maddie?
Yeah. You also gotta give me the Raiders.
John?
The Raiders.
Wait, let me double check my pick here. Oh, it's the Raiders. That's another A-gap sweep
A-gap
for
sweep.
the Las Vegas Raiders.
Man,
I'm still
imagine,
doing the broom thing.
We're the worst.
imagine if you were somebody at the beginning of the season who had the Houston Texans winning their division. Man, what an idiot that guy must be.
Luckily, we lost all that
who's that
information.
guy?
I know that
Golly.
counts, yeah.
You gotta feel stupid.
All right, next we got a big game going down the Bay Area. We have Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs heading down to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. The Niners are going to get 3 points at home. The over-under is set at 48.5. What do y'all think, Tom?
Just do it.
Uh-oh. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Rip
pull
the
the
Band-Aid
trigger.
off. I'm taking the Chiefs. Oh! All right, Tom is taking the Chiefs. Matt.
Why?
Well, the Niners don't look very good.
Okay, that's enough.
That's valid. That's valid.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I'm taking the Niners, of course.
Love it.
It's a home game.
What a fan.
They're gonna get right. I'm being a homer, but I think it'll be a close game.
It could be.
If the
I think it
defense
will be
is
close.
healthy-
If there's anyone, it's going to be against
Is
a
the
great
defense
team.
healthy, though? Aren't guys out multiple weeks?
Yeah, I don't know. Possibly.
Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, do you want to see the injury roundup?
Oh,
I
God.
would not like to see
Matt, name them.
Why would you show me
John,
this?
name them all off.
It's gonna
I'm
take
down.
30 minutes.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna name them all off. It's just, but I'm also with Matt. I can't not. I gotta take the Niners. It's
Wow.
It was I spoke to it earlier. We overlooked the Falcons because we were looking at the Chiefs, and I don't know, man. We find ways to get these things done sometimes. So I'm not gonna pick against them. Give me the Niners.
Wait.
I will eat hot.
I'll wait.
What I
Explain.
will
I
eat
will.
hot sauce for my Niners is what I'm saying.
I see.
All right,
That's
fuck
nice.
yeah. See, I love that take.
Explain the
So,
whole thing.
I have a track record of every time that I pick the Niners, they lose. Every time I pick against the Niners, they lose.
Let's talk about the NFC Championship game where
Yes.
you, I think, twice in the season picked against them.
Correct.
And against the Rams, I think, too. And then the Rams.
I picked the Rams
the
to
third
win
matchup, both
twice
games,
in regular
yeah.
season. And
And you were
obviously, the Niners won both of those games.
Yep.
And then I believe I picked the Niners to win the NFC
Yes, you
Championship as a homer, and I wanted them to win. And we all know what happened. They lost, and the Rams went on to win the Super Bowl. So, I'm doing it for the boys.
Very roundabout way
I'm
to
doing
take
it
a
for the
safe pick.
Niners. I'm taking the Chiefs. Yeah, it is a roundabout way to get to a safe pick. I wouldn't mind eating hot sauce for the Niners, but I'm doing it for the Niners. But yeah, that's my justification.
You will eat hot sauce for the Niners because
Yes.
they're gonna win.
Okay, fuck yeah, I'm down. There we go. That's a great perspective.
Right, yes.
Wonderful perspective, Matt.
I'm very nervous about this game.
I am
Yep.
too. This game is going to be tough.
What's the over?
Over under is 48.5.
Have the Chiefs even lost 2 in a row since Mahomes has been their quarterback?
I don't
I'm sure
know.
it's
I'm
happened,
sure
but I
last
doubt it's
season. Remember they
happened
had a
too.
really slow start
They
last
did, yeah.
season.
They probably lost
Yeah.
somewhere in there, but you're right. They're going to be pissed off. They played you can make the argument, the best team in the league. They're not going to, they will, this is going to be a business trip to the West Coast for sure for
Yeah.
them.
Counterpoint: Jimmy Garoppolo.
Are you on my side
And
with this?
injuries.
Or are you talking
Yeah,
about
I mean,
I
chat.
think both teams are gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
that's
Chat's,
true.
chat's even split as well. Connor says Chiefs by a million billion. Reed and Mahomes after a loss is literally a steamroller. They're not going to lose. Danny Devo says hot sauce and butt for Niners. Will says sus. Colby sus. Yeah, I get it. I'm a Niners fan picking against
Who
them.
says?
But I'm
Danny
doing it
DeVito?
for them. That
Hot
is-
sauce in the butt? Nice. Good job, Chat.
Yeah, well, maybe you should give it a try.
Yeah.
All right, next game. We have.
You're all right. You're all right.
All right,
You're all right, boy.
You're
Will.
all right.
Well, all right. Next game we have the Seahawks taking on the Chargers down in SoFi Stadium. The Seahawks are going to get 6.5 on the road. Their over/under is 51. seems very high. I feel like Vegas thinks Chargers are going to run this up.
Offense, like most points in the league right now. You can't argue the Seahawks aren't right there. Chargers have a pretty dynamic offense when they want to.
Yep.
I can see it being a shootout.
So
in
who you
SoFi,
taking?
right? In SoFi.
In SoFi, who you got?
Ooh, man. Once again, I might be hammering the 6.5 by the Seahawks, but I am taking the Chargers.
All right.
But I feel like this is gonna be a lot closer than we think. I think 6.5 is that could be a moneymaker right there.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I agree. I like that line a lot. Is
Yep.
Keenan Allen back?
It's debatable. He was supposed to be back last week, didn't play. So in theory,
Did
it
him
just
and-
keeps singing. Like, it seems like it's lingering. Like
Him and
it's,
Staley grew closer though because of his comment
yeah,
though, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Because of
take
him
our
shitting
fast
on the
friends
team.
now,
Yeah.
Mhm.
What the fuck are we doing? I think was
Yeah,
the quote.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they grew closer because of it, so it's cool. Yeah, I'll take the Chargers. I think they're just more talented, but I love that line. I might
6.5.
smash
I've been,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, a little backstory. I've been making my way up and putting some units on stuff, and I always just take a 2-leg parlay, and I always do like an underdog that I think is going to cover, and it's hit a couple of times, man.
Fuck
Just
yeah.
try and find a couple of games like that. There's other ones earlier, like making some money.
Best way to work your way back into some units.
100%, man. I'm up now for at least week 2 and on.
Let's go.
We're ignoring week 1.
2 and on.
Saying he will never be back. Yeah,
He'll never be back.
it's the Keenan Allen experience.
It is exactly. John, who you got?
Well,
Good use that emote, Will. Well
He's a
done.
big Gino guy over here. Hey guys, he's a big Gino guy. If you didn't know, he's a big Gino guy.
we spoke on it earlier. The Seahawks defense has been playing at a pretty high caliber, actually, for what they were supposed
Ninth in
to
the
be.
league from what we looked up. I don't know what that stat was. but-
Seahawks? No, that was the Giants. The Seahawks have the worst defense in the league.
Do they really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, 31.
No,
You're
okay.
right.
They're
horrible.
one of the worst in the league.
Yeah, it was bad.
They gave up 45 points to the Lions. Granted, they were the best offense at the time, but the Seahawks have a bad defense. I'm just telling you that right now.
Well, that is fair. But
Statistically,
it doesn't change my pick because Brandon Staley cannot keep getting away with this. And what I'm going to say is that timely offense is going to come through on this, and I think Gino can actually get it done. Chargers
30th.
defense,
okay.
which is still not the worst.
It's not last.
Hey, call it a passion pick, man. I'm fucking tired of the
vibe, dude.
Chargers getting away with it, and I think the Seahawks. I think Gino can get it done. So
You
I
pick
have
the
been
Steelers.
I've been
Yeah.
taking, wearing my cap on these fucking outlier games, and I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
I was like,
over
yeah,
the
I
Chargers.
like it.
McCann Island is strong.
Yeah, dude. I
right
was saying
now.
heavy lay
Yeah.
the crown because you picked the fucking Steelers last week, dude. Fucking no one saw that.
I will keep. Hey, man, I'm telling you, like you said, big Gino guy over here. Big Gino.
Big
Hell
Gino
yeah.
guy, dude.
You kind of razzed me up a little bit there. You know what? I've been taking an underdog all day. I'll ride on the Hawks with
Let's
you.
go!
Fucking go! I'll make one
Colby
crazy.
loves
what
hot
I'm talking
sauce.
about.
Colby loves
Woo,
hot sauce.
woo, woo, woo. If I take the Chiefs as a safe pick, I gotta take an underdog pick. I'll ride with you on the
respect
Hawks. I like it. Let's
I got
fucking
like 4
go.
underdogs this week, dude.
Let's
yeah, we're hitting
fucking
it.
go, baby.
I love it.
All
I
right.
love it. I love it.
Alrighty, boys, we're moving on to prime time. You know what that means? It's gonna be Sunday night. Sunday night. Maybe the first time we've ever been in sync and blew your eardrums out at the
Is that
same
the
time.
New York Philharmonic?
Yeah. All right, we have the Steelers taking on the Dolphins. The Steelers.
What a game.
What a game. Real good game here. Steelers +7 on the road heading to Miami. I believe Tua is back
He's supposed
this
to be
week
back.
from
He
what
is
we've
supposed to be
heard. The over-under is going to be 45. So, Tom, without further ado, who you got?
Man, Mitch might be back, and Kenny Pickett's look pretty bad, and I think at least the offense looks decent. Maybe.
This is the worst.
Kevin said, like, this is a work laptop, guys. I need the speakers for Zoom. Yeah, that was a good one.
I'm taking the Dolphins, though. I definitely think Tua is going to be back, at least all the reports say, and I think the Dolphins are going to have a very strong performance and be considered once again in, let's say, the top 10 in the NFL after they have a pretty solid performance against the Steelers. We'll be riding high, but not enough. Give me the Dolphins.
Yeah, there's no reason to fade the Dolphins here. Once Tua comes back, they're a wagon again. Promise.
Yep.
Johnny?
I agree.
Speed, baby. And Chase Edmonds will not score.
No.
That's
Yeah.
one thing
Yeah.
we all
How about, I'll give you over under 35.5 rushing yards for Chase Edmonds.
Under.
Under?
Okay, over
It's been
under 35% snap share
Oh.
for Chase Edmonds.
Under.
It's a little
Probably
under.
again. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Moulter is just like looking like the guy.
Yeah.
Well, and we could all look
And
like
they like,
assholes. Maybe they switched up when Tua gets there, and they want to get him more
I
involved,
hope
and
so.
more pass-happy thing,
Yep.
more shotgun. We know. We could be wrong all the time. We are.
They like Miles Gaskin more right now.
We're all always wrong.
We're always wrong.
John, who are you taking?
You have to pick your islands, right? And this was one that I was looking at. The Steelers have a pretty decent defense, but again, Tua coming back, that offense is fucking crazy talented. So I have to go Dolphins at home. Yes.
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 Yeah, you have
It
to
is
go
in
Dolphins
Miami.
at home.
It is in
Florida.
Miami. Yeah, I'm
known as the loudest stadium in the league.
Well,
I heard they rock hard.
Oh!
Hey! Thank you. Yeah, I mean, John said it best. I'm not going to go on an island here. I'm taking the Dolphins. It's an easy A-gap sweep. Steelers just don't
Easy
have
sweep.
it. It's an easy pick. Sweep them, boys. Sweep them.
Sweep them. Sweep them.
Sweep them. Sweep them. All right, next game is, we all know it to be the next prime time of the week. We know it to be Monday night. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. We have the
Nice.
Bears taking on the Patriots. The Bears are going to get 9 points on the road heading into Foxborough. The over-under is 39.5. One of the lower ones of the week. So, Tom, kick us off. Who you got?
+9 for the Bears. So, once again, the underdog parlays out there. I don't hate it because it's so many points. It's prime time. The Patriots should demolish. I'm taking the Patriots. Fuck it, though. They've been playing too goddamn well. I think Zappy plays. Hopeful that he does. Bears, Fields had a really good game, though, so I think it's going to be more competitive than you think. Especially prime time. You know, he wants to show up well. But give me the Patriots.
Maddie?
Yeah, you got to take the Pats. Feels like they're starting to hit a little stride here.
Yeah. Are they
Ramondre's
a
looking
wagon?
like a legit running back. They're
Yep.
kind of rallying around Bailey Zappi. Maybe they're rallying internally around the fact that Mac Jones is
Not playing.
not playing. Yeah, I think Chicago kind of sucks. So New England, I don't know, sneaky like.
They're going to be around, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be
sneaky
around.
wildcard team.
Tough division, but they're around.
And what a weird, again, these divisions that have just, again, so many good teams. Like
Yeah.
Jets, Patriots, and fucking Bills are a wagon. NFC East is a wagon. Like, and even the West is supposed to be, right?
It's supposed to be.
Maybe.
John?
It's no surprise that Bill Belichick has his defense in the top 10. Like that's
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's
Staple.
just like doesn't matter who he has. It's a top 10 defense.
Yep.
And they're still going to play that way. And the Bears just don't have the talent offensively right now to overcome that. So I don't care who's playing offensively for the Patriots. Their defense is going to keep them in it. So give me the Pats.
Fuck yeah. Once again, I'm not going out on an island, especially not with the Bears. I'm going to be taking the Pats. Easy. I think it's a big Ramondre game. I think he gets in the end zone twice at least, if not having over 80 yards, I would say. I think it's going to be a big game for him. I think Patriots get ahead. I do think, like you said, though, could be a great Fields game. Patriots get ahead early. Fields is throwing the ball over under 24.5 passing attempts. What do you think?
Over.
Over.
Because they'll be down, but
That's what
not
I'm
many
thinking.
over.
Yeah, not many over. It could also be sneaky Montgomery game. Little David Montgomery out of the backfield.
I'm going to be starting him. That's for
I was
sure.
gonna say, it
So
sounds
Yeah.
like a wishful
You
David
have to.
Montgomery owner talking.
Yeah, exactly. Especially against Patriots defense, which you say is top 10. But who knows? When they get in the red zone, it seems like they try and find him.
Justin
And
Fields
get him
had
the ball.
17 fantasy points. He showed signs of life with his legs.
actually, you know what? That's a lie. I'm going to be starting Najee against sus Miami defense against the run.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
there you go.
There we go.
He got in the end zone, even though it was the easiest touchdown ever.
still got the tud, and you hope that he can find life because, listen, we're all sad about Najee right now. But that's a story for another time.
I'm sadder about Edmonds, but yeah. Didn't draft in the same place, so I can't complain.
Exactly.
Can't complain.
Well, that's going to be another A-gap
Gap
sweep.
Shake weight.
That's the new
shake
move,
weight,
dude. I
shake
love it.
weight.
I love it. All right. Well, that wraps up the picks. Obviously, those of you in the chat, don't forget to get your picks in. You can do them all the way up until Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific. So get them in. Do them often. Do them quick. It's pretty fun. Hop in there. If you want to be in there, let us know. We'll send you the link. Anything to wrap up the show, boys? It's good to be with you in the same room.
Such a pleasure, right?
This is so
Love you
great.
guys. It's
I
been
absolutely
fun.
loved it.
Wish we could do it more often.
Same.
But if any of you hated it, we're going back to the same old format next week. So.
Right.
Yeah, we're all going to be on Zoom next
Yeah.
week. So
You maybe be around this holiday season. Maybe we
Yeah.
throw the exact same setup again. So
Hell
we know how
yeah.
to do it.
We'll do some more stuff for sure.
Absolutely. We'll put it
Absolutely.
on the calendar. Well, chat, we love you guys. Thanks for being with us. You were here for the inaugural all-in-person A-Gap episode, so cheers to you. Cheers to the podcast listeners. We love you guys.
Thank you.
And
thank
we'll
you.
see you
Thank
next
you.
Tuesday.